Related shares has boosted the Dow Jones higher. The industrials cruised into the midday up by nearly 350 points. The Standard & Poor's was ahead 0.75%, the Nasdaq 1.3%. The intense competition among the makers of popular weight loss drugs has spilled over into a courtroom. Novo Nordisk accuses Eli Lilly of using misleading data in ads touting Zepbound over Wegovy. The Danish drug maker wants a court to order Lilly to pull those ads. A lot of us are spending a lot of money at the movies. Theater chain AMC, the biggest in the country, says its last quarter was the best in the company's 106-year history, with revenue hitting $1.6 billion. One person won $1 million in last night's Powerball lottery drawing, but nobody guessed all 6 numbers to take home the top prize. The jackpot for tomorrow night's drawing has soared to $567 million.
That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
What is up? Happy Tuesday, little hot take. Yeah. So freaking sizzling, baby. By the way, Ken, I think you and I need to start dressing like that.
Like those dudes?
Yeah, I think we need to start, guns out, funds out. It's time for us to just start wearing vests with no shirts.
Absolutely, man. And I'm like, I think I'll put a little extra soap on the hairs on my the back of my arms, too, just so they'll kind of shine.
Little glisten?
Yeah, when the sun hits it just right.
Yeah, getting those 30-inch waist pants.
Yeah.
And just got that medium or schmedium shirts or vest and just joked out. God,
yeah,
that's
dude.
me.
I mean, I'm going to wear a shirt so tight. I mean,
I already do that.
My, my fat sides won't be able to breathe.
You have side boob?
So I'll look like a piece of Wonder Bread.
Oh, you're getting old when you're like, man, I sweat when I put my shoes on. Oh, Lord.
Man, I pulled a muscle pulling at my socks.
My little brother. So my little brother, he's 19, special needs. He's okay. He's got the burgers, but he's also got where his head's a little smaller than everybody else's head. So and I text him. I'm like, dude, do you know who this Ricochet? Oh my God.
He knows Ricochet.
He's like, and he starts grabbing the demand, man. He starts going on and on about how amazing they are. He goes, you tell them they're my favorite to watch. I'm like, okay. Right. I'm like, will do. Took a picture. He's like, you're so lucky. I'm like, totally. They wanted me to be part of their crew, but I told them no. They're like, you should totally be. I couldn't even get on the rope. Could you see you and I up there? We're just like, oh God, dude, we're going to fall.
If I tried to bounce off the ropes, no, I would just fall through them.
Yeah, that's better than hitting them and not moving. Right? How bad would that be?
I'd fall right through them, and then my shorts would fall down.
That'd be our thing. Right? Would be like, because if you ever watch, what was the old days they used to have in the wrestling? They used to have like, the Jethro and those kind of guys, but they were all fit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And even if they didn't look fit, like Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes, he looked like a fat guy. But that dude was solid as a rock.
He was, they're very athletic. Right? They're very, very, very athletic.
Dusty Rhodes.
Tell you what, man, because I took a picture with him. I'm all, come on, boys, let me show you my guns.
Pulled out a little green squirt gun. What do you think about that?
It's one of those pop guns. Remember that with the little cork at the end, and you shoot it, and then you pull it back, and you shoot it again? That's what we're talking about, baby.
Yeah.
People are demanding it, Ken. I think we got to do it because it is apparently that nasty out there.
Oh, well, we're going to have a swamp ass report?
We're going to have a swamp ass report.
Now it's time for the Swamp Ass News Report with the weather wizard, Ken Weaver.
Boys.
Yes.
It is very swamp ashness. Swamp assy.
Swampy.
I'm going to check in with the Nashville International Airport here. That's where I like to get my temperature readings because that's kind of that's where everybody knows Nashville. And right now, we have 89 degrees, but the heat index is already 99 with the humidity.
Yeah, yesterday it was hot, but the humidity wasn't awful. You go out today, it is a sauna.
Yes, sir.
It is sauna-tacular. You feel it the minute you step out. You're like, all right, this is real.
Well, and what you're feeling there are the ingredients for what could be an active stormy night tonight.
All right, give us the lowdown.
Yeah, pretty much everybody north of Murfreesboro will be under a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather. Now, that's going to include Franklin, too, because Franklin now, that yellow has, according to the National Weather Service, has kind of dipped over Franklin now on the map that I'm looking at. Murfreesboro is still in the green, which is a level 1 out of 5. So McMinnville, Murfreesboro, and Columbia, level 1 out of 5. But everybody north of Murfreesboro and Columbia, you're looking at a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather. We cannot rule out a tornado.
Okay. So there is a chance we could get a spinny.
Yeah, there's a chance that a tornado could form if storms do go severe. The main severe storm risk is going to start at 6 o'clock and it's going to run up to midnight. But even more importantly, if these storms, as what I heard, and Stefano DiPietro was talking about how these storms could park and just dump heavy amounts of rain and not move very much, that's a severe concern for flooding. So the other danger tonight will be the flash flood risk. And so while the storms are expected to dissipate by midnight tonight, the flash flood risk is going to run until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
So when are we expecting it in and around, like Davidson County and the surrounding areas, expected to maybe get some stuff where it could get nasty? About 6 to 7, 6 to 8, 8 to 10?
I would just be on the
When's it going to rain at my house? That's what I really want to know, Ken.
Well, let me check here, Brother Chad. No, starting at about 6 o'clock, just be a little extra aware and just be aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
And, of course, we'll let you know if there are any tornadoes.
And then we got damn Bertha out there.
Yeah, you got Tropical Storm Bertha, which I just checked is not going to impact Middle Tennessee with any residual rains or anything because she's moving west. She's going to make landfall in southwest Louisiana tomorrow. But now everybody along the coast, they're getting dumped on. They're getting a lot of rain. And there could be, a surge of 2 to 4 feet of water, too. So not going to be a very good week on the beach.
No, I followed this guy who works on the oil rigs out there, and he stayed back. He says, normally we have like 100 guys on the rig. He goes, yesterday, we sent everybody home. We do that. So there's only about 10 of us out here on the rig because just in case. And we'll stick with the rig if it's not going to be too bad. Otherwise, they'll try to get us out before the storm comes. So he goes, I don't think it's going to be bad. But he goes, people don't realize we have to move like a day or two in advance than you think we would out here. And he goes, and you don't like being out here. He goes, you think that these things are super steady and yet they don't feel anything. Oh, trust me, you feel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah,
Only part of that.
Imagine that, man.
No. Well, the money's good, though. He makes like $250 a year.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. The more danger, the more money.
The other guy that I follow, he is a underwater welder, and he makes that 300 G's a year.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing: everybody saying it sounds great. And I saw Mike Rowe talking about it. It's like there's not like just 50,000 of those jobs.
Right.
There's not a lot of those jobs.
Right.
I mean, it's good money if you can get it, but it's
got to be good.
Got to be very good. You and I, we're great, but we're tuna fishermen. We're top water folks.
We're top water folk.
That's who we are.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So pretty pumped about that. So we got some rain, got some weather, and I'm sure the roads are going to be nice and slick, which is not a shocker considering we have the second worst place to drive in America. What?
What'd you do? See another survey somewhere?
Yeah, no. So we are the second worst drivers, not drivers, but the second worst place to drive in America. People are. You guys get why it is, right? It's nothing to do with Nashville. It has nothing to do with Tennessee, but it does have to do with the fact that our roads are not great. That's a big deal.
The design
is not very good. And one of the things I was talking about the other day, there's a great study out there about potholes. It's called the pothole theory.
Yeah.
That if your politicians can't do the bare minimum, potholes, trash, like the bare minimum,
right?
That you need to get a fix. And I'm like, man, we need something because we got potholes.
Yeah, dude, I found 2 more. Are
you
last
growing
night
them?
on my way home. And thank goodness traffic was down to a crawl because these things are getting to a point to where they're gonna mess up your front end if you hit them fast, and somebody probably already has. And everybody will know what I'm talking about. I believe it is the Haywood. It's the I-24 overpass at Haywood Lane. It's where the bridge meets the interstate again. And I mean, dude, it looks like there is at least a half foot, maybe even a foot of concrete that is just eroded. Really? And you're just boom, boom.
Like a rumble strip.
Yes, sir. Have you seen it, Brother Ryan?
Yes, I have. I've traversed it a few times.
It'll take your front right off, man, if you hit that thing fast.
And then again,
it's been that way for days.
And if that happens, what do you have to do? You have to hope there was a video, and then you have to make sure it was your thing, that this thing caused that on your car, the crap they put you through to try to make sure that you know that this thing was the thing that happened. It's just so ridiculous. But we're the second. Nashville itself is the second worst and most stressful city in America to drive in.
I wouldn't argue.
No, it's some of it's the design, some of it's the growth and the speed of the growth. Like, how long have you been here, Ken?
I've been here 11 years.
Go back 11 years. What was it like?
It was not as bad as it is now.
It was bad, though.
It was bad. And it was getting bad because 11 years ago is whenever Nashville was really exploding. And I would notice, but at the time most of my driving was in the middle of the night. So I didn't have to deal with traffic as much. because whenever I went home around noon or so, traffic was flowing. But see, therein lies the danger. You almost want crawling traffic if you've got potholes, the likes of which I'm seeing right now.
Because, like you said, front end, pop your tire. I mean, just the damage over the space of several, times you do that is going to make your front end wacky. And you know what? We're all at the point now where it's like when I get on if I'm on to Montgomery, I'm getting on, the 65, where all the potholes are. So you're weaving and it's like, oh, you're not drunk. You know where everything is. Exactly. You're starting to learn where everything is because you have to maneuver around it.
Yeah, there's another one going westbound on 24. I want to say this one is this one may be at Haywood Lane too. It's either Harding Place or Haywood Lane, but it's in the inside left lane. And if you're not careful, your left front and back tires will fall right into it. And it'll rattle your car.
And that's so frustrating.
And it's been days.
Yeah. And now, like T-Dot's like, we're doing this, we're doing that.
Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Call the line and tell us, what do you think of this? I'll tell you what I think of it. It sucks.
You're T-Dot. Figure it out.
Yes. Goes back to the whole pothole theory. If you can't pick up the trash on time and you can't get the potholes sorted out and you can't do the bare necessities to run a city, a municipality, a state, whatever it is, how should we entrust you to anything else?
And then clean up the lawn furniture and the dead deer, too.
Oh, yeah, the lawn furniture. Sometimes it's like white trash. It's like it's like a trailer park blew over somewhere and they just left it there.
The left lane on 24 inbound. There's been a couple of dead deer for a couple of weeks now, man. I guess they're just going to let them go to skeleton. Let them turn to dust.
Oh, God.
Man, they don't smell good either when you go by.
No. Well, after a while, it's a carcass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the kind of thing that you would, if you were going after sharks, you'd chum with.
And then there's just debris. It's terrible, man.
It's a garbage dump. Several people are saying, I've been to a whole bunch of, you know this, man. You go to Dallas. Dallas don't look like that.
No.
You know who looks like that? L.A. It does. Yesterday.
Does it really?
And now we're starting to get the homeless. I come out of my place yesterday. Dude is passed out on, and not just kind of, it's like passed out where you're like, I think that guy's dead.
Wow.
Just on the stairs across the street from my house, just passed out. Shirt halfway up, and I'm like, oh, God.
Right outside your house?
Right outside. Right outside. From my window, I could see, and there he is just passed out across the street, just out.
Terrible.
Yeah. Food, trash everywhere. Good God. Got to do better, people. We got to do better. All right, coming up.
The good news is, though, Brother Chad.
Yeah?
We're only 6 days away from Monday.
Oh, baby. God, that was so good.
Can't wait for another Monday morning.
Man, I'm pretty pumped about that. I'm excited. I'm going to practice my Monday tonight. We'll go to bed early. I'm going to watch a repeat of 60 Minutes. Go to bed, wake up, do it all over again. Talk about my weekend.
Yes, sir.
Coming up is Hot Take Tuesdays. Get your hot takes. Remember, no politics, fun, frivolity, wackiness. We want to hear from you. Text the program. Get ready for it. Hot Take Tuesday, straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. All right, 2 days from now, my buddies over at Board Capital having a big, giant market blind spot webinar. It is this Thursday, 5:30 our time. Zach, my buddy who runs everything over there, manages it all, is going to expose blind spots. Investors, they're going to be overlooking a lot of stuff up. Your portfolio could be in for a wild ride here coming up in the future. So what do they focus on? Risk management over at Bulwark. Number one thing, always looking for opportunities, lower risk, lower cost, give your retirement and investments the most upside as possible. Is AI ready to burst? What's going on geopolitically, the conflicting headlines you need to know. They're going to give it to you and deliver it to you in the way that they do. Absolutely free to you. All they ask you to do is just sign up for today. Totally free. It is this Thursday. That's the 23rd, 5:30 our time for Board Capital's Market Blind Spot webinar. And you can sign up now at knowyourriskpodcast.com. KNOWpodcast.com for Bohr Capital's free live webinar, Market Blind Spot, this Thursday.
Middle Tennessee facing a 1-2 punch from Mother Nature. Dangerous heat and then the potential for severe weather that could spawn tornadoes. And then you got stressed out Nashville drivers. And doctors down under say it's a miracle. Got that story and more at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
It's a miracle, lady. It's a womb, not a clown car. It's Tuesday.
Hot take, hot take, hot take Tuesday.
All right. It is Tuesday. You know how we do it, a little hot take. Anything but politics. We have a little fun here. Already have some people popping stuff in. NASCAR's better than soccer. My hot take is Waffle House is redneck hibachi. I love that. Is so hilarious. Jason says, my hot take is I hate summer. My favorite thing to do in the summer is to go inside.
that sounds like Brother Bilal.
Yeah, that is it. What you got for us, Ken?
Middle-aged men who flirt with waitresses are pathetic. Dude, she also smiled at table 7, and the only reason she hasn't walked away is because she is working.
Yeah, that is, yeah. It is embarrassing.
And I say that as the father of a young daughter who is a waitress and has to put up with this stuff.
Oh, that is awful. That is so awful.
They don't want you, man.
They don't.
Look at yourself.
You're 50 pounds overweight. You got no job, right? You know, you're a loser. The smile was not it was a friendly, hey, I'm going to be back with your bill. Make sure you tip me tonight. You're lucky you don't spit in your food. It's not very nice. What you got for us, Ryan? We're going to give you a shot.
If you're unable to possess something, in other words, if the government can tell you that you can't have something, there's no limit to what they can tell you that you can't have. And they can make you a criminal overnight.
Yeah. Well, we've seen that.
Our government wouldn't do that.
No, they would never do that. Our government's so kind and sweet. Just look at old yesterday hot foot Matt. Hot foot man, driving super fast, getting a ticket that's super damn expensive.
What's funny is he wasn't even speeding.
I know.
It was just his tinted window.
Well, I thought he was drunk. Because people said, Matt posted something, he's going to be late maybe. And I'm like, what? And then somebody said, oh, yeah, he got pulled over. And I'm like, I wonder if they popped him for being inebriated. Here's my hot take. I get it. You love Dracar Noir and all of the perfumes and fragrances you wear. You know how I know? Because we can smell you even after you've left an hour ago. You don't, it's spray, delay, sachet. It is not dump it on, dump. I've gone to a couple places in the last few days where it's almost pungent, the amount that some people wear.
Yeah.
And you could feel it in your nose, like you want to sneeze, and you're like, oh. Don't do it.
Dude, it's going to help them pull hot chicks.
It's not going to help. You know what? The only way they're pulling hot chicks if that spray is chloroform. And at that point, I think it's illegal, Ken.
It might be. Well, it might make you want to jump in a wood chipper.
Nothing's going to make me jump in a wood chipper. You know, I was watching, speaking of that, I was watching Chris and Dan talk about Monty Fritz.
Yeah.
And he's all... Chris is like, I think the way he's doing the social media, he's got the Gen X on board. I'm like, there is no chance in hell Gen X on board with Monty Fritz.
from social media?
Yeah. Just look, the weed thing, okay, that's better than nothing, but it's still ridiculous. But it's not like there's 23-year-olds going, this guy right here. I want to go skateboarding with this guy. It's not. Oh, lordy. Give us your hot takes. We love hearing from each and every one of you. A lot of stuff to get to. We are going to talk about how awesome our roads are. Several of you have chimed in about the awesome roads. Somebody's like, if you need a 2019 Toyota Corolla bumper, there's one over here on 24.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's lots of that. There's a lot of auto parts there along 24, both inbound and outbound.
You know why? Because people fall in those potholes.
That's
They falls apart, shoots it off places. Next thing you know, you look up, you get home, you're missing a side mirror, the door. Your buddy was in the car. He ain't even in the car anymore.
That's right.
Because it fell apart.
Yeah, fell right out.
That's where our damn tuna boat is. I'll tell you that right now. Coming up, we'll talk a bit about how bad our roads and among other things. If you're missing the show, shame on you. Grab the podcast. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
All right, forecasters say dangerous heat's going to continue across Middle Tennessee through this evening. We could see a heat index in some places well above 100 degrees. We're flirting with it right now in Nashville. The feels like is 99. Strong storms expected to arrive this evening with a cold front, damaging winds, torrential rainfall. We cannot rule out an isolated tornado. Basically, it's a level 2 out of 5 risk for everybody north of Murfreesboro. Everybody else a level 1 out of 5 risk. And if you headed to the Gulf Coast, Ginger Z says Tropical Storm Bertha is expected to make landfall as early as tomorrow.
It has formed. Max sustained winds 50 miles per hour should hug the coast. It's moving really slowly, so we may see more like a Thursday morning landfall. But either way, the impacts are what you need to know about. Tropical storm warnings from Mobile through coastal Mississippi into southeastern Louisiana. 2 to 4 feet of storm surge is the top end.
Yeah, its remnants not expected to have any impact on Middle Tennessee. Well, Nashville drivers are feeling the stress with a new survey ranking Music City as the second most stressful place to drive in the nation. At the same time, TDOT is launching a long-range study of Nashville's inner loop to explore future transportation improvements. Fox 17 says officials say the study will focus on congestion, safety, freight movement, transit options around downtown. Public feedback being accepted through August 11th, with potential solutions expected to be presented later this fall. You could probably do that on TDOT's website. Doctors down under say it's a miracle, and the odds of it being repeated are 1 in 15 million. ABC's Sherry Preston with more on what it is.
A 34-year-old woman from Australia delivering 4 identical quadruplet girls. Their doctor is Alexa Bendall.
One fertilized egg that then splits not once, not twice, but 3 times into 4 different babies who then share a placenta that is just incredible.
The girls are named Emily, Harriet, Catherine, and Alexa, named for the doctor who took care of their mom during pregnancy.
It's just such a lovely present.
The babies were conceived without the help of fertility treatments. Even more unusual, says the doctor. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
You can text us, give us your hot take on stuff. Chad, I agree and disagree on your cologne statement because I said too much cologne. If I can smell you an hour after you left, that's a problem, I think, for a lot of people. I ordered from Versace their new Euro collection. It was expensive, I won't lie, and yes, it does smell excellent. 3 ladies at church asked me what cologne it is because they wanted their husbands to have some. I ordered all my colognes from those who make them, just like when I buy my Armani coat. Bought it from Armani. Nice. And again, I like a nice smell, right? I've got a lot of good colognes. I love it. I like a nice smell. But we can all agree sometimes it's a bit much. That's all we're saying. Sometimes it's a bit much. That's it. Letting you know that. Let's see here. My hot take is this segment should be all potheads talking about potholes. Y'all could do so much more for conservative values like Chris Hand. It's not my job to do something for conservative values. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I am, as my buddies say, skeptical of both parties. I'm independent in thought and everything. Not my job. Their job is to actually do some of the things they say. And you all could do so much more for conservative values. Instead, you're a bunch of irreverent knuckleheads. We like talking about life. If you talk about politics all the time, that's a bit much. And he says, Monty's going to win. He has the Gen X, Millennial, and Gen Z support. I don't know about that. I said, not the Gen X, Gen Z, even some Millennials. I don't think it's moving the needle. I don't think if I'm 24 and I'm looking up and I'm seeing, somebody's running for governor or senator and they're 40, 50 years older than me, it's probably not moving the needle the way you think.
If Rose wasn't in, it would be a closer match.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. So here's a question. I think it's a fair question. And you guys, feel free to text in. Who would it benefit more? If Rose stepped out, does Monty get a lot of that, or does a lot of that flow over to Marcia? And if Monty stepped out, would all of that go to Rose, or would a lot of it go to Monty?
Logically, if anybody was going for Rose, they would be against Marcia. So they would still be against Marcia if Rose dropped out, and thus Monty would be the only alternative.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't. It's hard to tell because sometimes it's split. Sometimes it's one issue. The reason that Monty is done a little bit better with a younger crowd, and Mason and I even talk about it, okay, the weed thing is great, that's a helper, but does it mean that it's changing the narrative? No, I don't think so. I mean, I think here's the issue. You guys all love politics. You guys, you listen to us. Politics is probably a lot of what you do. You sit around, you watch politics during the day. You guys read up, you soak it all in. You're more engaged. The 80% of the country isn't engaged. The 80% of your neighborhood really isn't engaged. The 80% of your church probably isn't engaged, or your whatever it is you do. They're not engaged like that. So they see Marcia. They know Marcia because she's just been, they've blanketed Marcia for how many decades across the state. So she's got name recognition as well as a track record, good, bad, or indifferent, that people aren't paying that much attention to, but they know she's got some sort of track record. It's hard to break through if you don't have that name recognition on a statewide basis. It is. Right. And I know Monty's done a hell of a job. I told Chris, man, I would say, you've talked about it. You've seen the signs. Their signs are everywhere. He does a really good job on the socials. That being said, you don't have the name recognition everywhere.
And Marcia's also got the not a Democrat label,
Yes. Yeah. So... Oh, he was mad. He says, you suck. You literally suck. This is a conservative talk radio. You don't belong on 99.7. I agree. Rose leaving helps Monty. I'm not trying to be mean. If you told me today, Chad, you got to bet your entire house and your life on who do you think's going to win the primary. Ryan, who do you think's going to win the primary? You got to bet it all.
I mean, if I'm strictly trying to make money, I would bet on Marcia.
If it's your life, who you betting it on?
I mean, again, my life and my money,
There you go. That's it. I mean, not trying to be mean.
Me neither.
There's no Marcia love here. There's no Marcia hate. Just honesty. She won't talk to anybody. She's got, the frustration through the roof. is up to here with there's no debates, there's none of that stuff. Yeah, I mean, we could all be frustrated. But if I had to bet, if you told me you got to do this, you have to bet. You have to put everything you own on one of these three. I'm putting it on Marsha. Just because. I'm not a fool. You know what? When I was in Arizona, I knew who Marsha was. Knew who she was. When I'm doing my national show, I don't talk about Rose. I don't talk about Monty. Why? But I did talk about Marsha. Why? Because I knew who she was. Because she was part of that. She already had name. She has name recognition outside of even the state. Good, bad, or indifferent. It is what it is. No doubt about that. So, Chad, you were falling all over yourself with Afton Bain. No, I wasn't. You know what? Afton and I had a good time. She's fun. I've invited everybody on. I was doing the same thing with Ditch. Why? Because Ditch came on and he was fun. And politics was a smidge of what we talked about. We had Our Lady on the other day who's running to take over and try to defeat old Mayor O'Connell. She's a conservative, Christian conservative. We had a great time, even though some of you were like, you were mean to her. No, she is not, well, I don't think we were mean to her. I thought she was the sweetest lady. She gave me a big hug and a kiss. Told her she can come back whenever. So I don't care about your politics. I want to know who you are as a person. And out of that, let's decipher what your politics are and how you're actually going to do something. That, to me, matters. Period, case closed, end of story. We need to figure that out. And what we got is what we got. That's it. And a lot of people can't understand in the world today that people live in is, how can you be independent? Ask me a question about a subject and I will tell you. I don't just go right, left. That's stupid. That is the dumbest thing in the world. Ask me a question about an issue. And I will deliver you the answer based on, and sometimes the answer is not the answer I want, but it's just based on facts. That's what it is. So, but everybody's like, everybody wants to pigeonhole. You're left, you're right. It's me. That's who I am. And that's what you should want. You should want people that are independent, that are going to deliver you something not based in what you want to hear, but in what are the facts, what's the reality. I'm smart enough, Chad, to go out there and make up my own mind, which a lot of people aren't into. I got the itch for ditch. So, I got the itch for ditch. So, Afton sucks. Okay. Maybe. Here's the thing. She was fun. She was nice. Ask Belle. Ask anybody around here. Afton's sweet. She comes in. She throws it down. And having a conversation is good. Screaming and yelling. I was watching, something the other day. My buddy's like, you got to watch this thing with Dave Smith. And it was Cenk Uygur and a few other people. I turned it off within 30 seconds. I have no idea what they were talking about. It was like they pushed 4 different buttons and nobody else could hear each other talking. And then they said, what do you think of this? Awful. Awful.
When did you have Afton on?
Oh, when I first moved out here, we had her on because she was doing Pot for Potholes. Again, and we had her on again. And we were supposed to have her on this week to talk about what's going on at DCS and the nightmare that is. Right? We can right or left, we can all agree DCS is a hot mess. That's not. And she might come on next week because it's important that we talk about it. And by the way, that's a right and left issue of both come together to say we've got serious issues here with DCF. But if all of you are used to people screaming and yelling at each other, that's not a debate. That's not a conversation. You're not learning anything new. All you're hearing is people yell at each other. And that's not fun. What do you learn? I mean, what do you learn? My thing is I'm going to ask them some questions, and it's going to be a human conversation. Not, how do you feel about this? What say you? Who cares? That's silly. Vote for ditch, not the witch. Do I vote left sometimes? Left is in. Now, you know what? I vote libertarian most of the time. If there is a left person that's not insane, would I vote for them? Yeah, but do I find any of those anymore? No, why? Because the left is left, literally left the house, left the reservation, leaving the planet. I don't vote extreme right either because I don't want any part of that. I wish there was a good third party that we had a choice. I
can't be the only one wondering. When you say vote for Ditch, who are you talking about?
We had a guy named Ditch on. Adam, he's called Ditch, Adam Ditch, but he's running on the Democrat side. And he's really neither Democrat or Republican, but it was just easier, cheaper, I think, for him to run over there. And he's running on the Democrat side, and he's got a grassroots thing, and he's raised a little bit of a profile, but he didn't have any shot. But that being said, been a good dude. He was a nice guy. Came in, spent an hour with us, talked about the stuff. I'm like, let's talk about life, and talked about music, right? Talked about all of the things that make us a human being, because it's not just politics, Ryan, and that's what I try to, So, in all honesty, I hear you every day. If I were you, I guess I would call you a liberal. Okay, most of your commentary always seems to smash the right. Yeah, because the right's in charge. Hold them. I wasn't here for Biden. I hammered Biden. I got tore up by the national media because 16 months before, I went and said Biden's not going to run. I've got people in the White House who are telling me stories, and I told them, and they wanted me to apologize in some places, even though they were on stations that were right, because I was ahead of the game. If the left's in charge and they're crap, I'm going to call them out. The right's in charge, and I think they're failing. For the average person, I'm going to call them out. I care about us. I don't care about the corporate BS. I don't care about the people at the top who are making decisions that seem to be enriching their friends. I care about what are you doing for the everyday person, whether it's here in Tennessee, whether it's in Nashville, whether it's in the country that you promised to do. This shouldn't be the team we should all be on is America. That should be the team for Americans. It's that simple. And everybody's like, well, you don't like Trump. Here's the thing. How many of you guys went out and spoke to thousands of people, tens of thousands of people? And I'll tell you this, you guys want me to be really obnoxious, my national show, about 3.5, 4 million listeners a week, according to the last ratings grab. I went out and I endorsed Trump. Not happy where a lot of things have gone. Got hammered for it, but you know what? Because the alternative was something I did not want any part of. But it doesn't mean you can't hold people accountable. And I don't know how we've gotten away from this situation where we can't have a conversation, ask what are the facts, and hold people accountable if things aren't going the way they should be. That's it. The problem is, for the hard right, they turned Trump into a cult. For the hard left, they've turned Trump into a cult. And the average person in between, we just want the damn potholes fixed. That's it. And
yes, sir.
Am I right?
And the dead carcasses of deer.
A lot of people are questioning why you didn't stop and pick that up, Ken, because you've got yourself a crock pot.
Well,
that's actually legal.
I was late getting to work, so I didn't have time. But I'm thinking that this Sunday, whenever I practice my Monday morning drive, I might stop by and take a leg off or something.
Waste not, want not.
Maybe a hind quarter.
Now, what would you, if your choice is, what have you seen? Deer? You're only getting deer?
Yeah, I've only seen deer.
Yeah, that'd be good. Just a little hind quarter right there?
Yeah, just like maybe take the back leg off.
What are you going to put in it? So you throw it in your crock pot after you and make sure that you don't have any cyclosporus or whatever it is. Make sure.
I'm gonna put some cayenne pepper in it. Salt and pepper, that sort of thing. Might throw a little barbecue sauce off in it, some liquid smoke.
The deer got their own malady going on, like a zombie virus.
Yeah, they got that going on too.
Oh, goodness me.
Sad today, man. On my way to see Dr. Mitchell at the Wellness Institute, man, there was a fawn that got run over on this road, man. It's a beautiful little fawn, man. It just didn't make it.
That zombie stuff, though, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's not have that.
That's why we need Daryl Dixon.
What we really need to do is hold a benefit concert to fight the fawn disease. I think that'd be best for all of us. Probably. What color do you think our ribbon should be? Like brown? No, that'll be for our cyclosporosis.
Yeah. That's going to be for the EBM.
That's so funny. Coming up, we're going to let Ryan take another crack at sports because Bell's off this week. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Incogni is going to make sure. Incogni. Who are they? They go and get all your information on the internet that is out there for data brokers to sell to anybody, to China, to spammers, to thieves and criminals, to people who just want to, get you to buy some of their junk. They get that all wiped. Because you see, data brokers have to take you off, but you have to know how to do it, and Incogni knows how to do it. So whether you're getting tons of spam calls, text messages, phishing emails, watch what Incogni can do for you. 400 and as of today, I think it was 34 or 37 data brokers, their websites, I am off of them. And anybody else that even sees, my information come back, they, boom, whack-a-mole it right back down. That's what I love about them. Super simple to join. And get this, it starts about $7 a month. That's a small price to save your privacy. So if they can't find your information, they can't scam you. And that's what I love about Incogni. Go to Incogni, INCOGNI.com/Benson. Use that promo code Benson. You're going to save 60% off when you sign up. That's Incogni.com/Benson, code Benson. Wellness Institute in Nashville. Painisbad.com. Painisbad.com. Or 615-246-5009. You got that twinge in your back. Could it be a compression on your spine? Could it be an issue when it comes to your sciatic? You don't know, but what you do know is it's bugged you long enough that you're thinking, I have to start taking painkillers, injection surgery. You don't want any of that. Go see Dr. Mitchell at the Wellness. First and foremost, Medical Bay 1. Super futuristic. You're going to go in there. It's got a massaging machine. It's got infrared lights. It's also got a machine that is going to help with your stem cell stimulation. What's that going to do? Tissue regeneration. Uses photons and wavelengths, the ultimate in healing. You go and check out all the HydroFlow machine, everything Dr. Mitchell has. His goal is to make sure that you know, hey, we're not here for surgery, injections, or painkillers. Get your back. The Epic Spinal Special, $33 off right now. Each visit. Go to painisbad.com or call 615-246-5009 for the Wellness Institute in Nashville.
All right, drivers, we got something in the way right now in Bellevue. It is an injury crash at Old Hickory Boulevard, just north of Bellevue Road. Then in Brentwood, a crash. The right lane is blocked. Old Hickory Boulevard westbound. right there at 65. Looking at a double whammy as far as the weather goes here in Middle Tennessee. A heat advisory with heat indexes up to 110 degrees. Then we might get some severe weather. And if driving in Nashville feels frustrating, you're not alone. I'll tell you about that at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
That is that portion of the program where normally you go, Bell.
Now it's time for Sports with Bell. When you need to know sports information, you turn to the guy who calls basketball shooty hoops. Let's talk some sports with Bell.
But it's Ryan in for Bell this week. What you got for us?
How about those firings over at ESPN?
I don't know if you saw
didn't
this,
see
Ken.
that.
Did you see that?
No.
Ryan Clark doing NFL Live. Fired right there. Pulled off the show.
On the air?
Not on the air. They went and he stepped away and he never came back. Told him you are no longer needed here. Carl Ravitch, 3.5 decades with ESPN doing baseball. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Yeah. So they are going through and firing a ton of people. This is what, you know why? Because the younger generation, they're trying to be moved towards Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
And that world, and the old doesn't fit. And they were paying Ryan Clark about $2 million a year. Plus, I don't think he was loved there. But on the air, man, that's kind of a Richard move.
Man.
So makes you think, like, what's the worst way you were ever fired?
I've only been fired one time in my life, and I deserved it.
What was it for?
Not showing up for work. Oversleeping.
Well, that wasn't radio, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was my first radio gig.
Oh, that's right. That's when you were going to hell.
Yeah, exactly.
They were right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's probably where that preacher thought I went to.
Lordy. A lot of stuff to get to. Got some of your text messages. Coming up next hour, talk a little bit more about the roads. Obviously, the governor's race. Iran as well. If you missed any of the show, we say shame on you. Grab the podcast. Hour number 2 straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Another weather alert day across Middle Tennessee. We got a heat advisory that means we could see heat index values reaching up to 110 degrees in some locations. And then we're going to get a line of thunderstorms expected to sweep across Middle Tennessee. It is going to be a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather for everyone north of Murfreesboro. Everyone else at least a level 1 out of 5 risk, but something we're going to have to watch because we cannot rule out tornadoes with this line of thunderstorms that could fire up tonight. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. Well, if driving in Nashville feels frustrating, you're not alone. Fox 17 says a recent survey found 75% of local drivers have skipped plans to avoid traffic, helping earn Nashville a ranking as the nation's second most stressful driving city. TDOT now asking the public to weigh in on a new study of the inner loop surrounding downtown. The agency says no projects have been selected yet, but everything from interchange changes to additional travel lanes will be evaluated. And there's still no definitive confirmation as to the source of the explosive diarrhea parasite cyclosporiasis outbreak that has led thousands of people to get sick across several states. The FDA says its investigations led them to lettuce supplied by Taylor Farms, sourced from Mexico. Taylor Farms supplies to supermarkets, fast food restaurants, even Cisco, which distributes to schools and hospitals. The parasite illness causes severe gastrointestinal symptoms for weeks. We get more from ABC's Elizabeth Schulze.
The company has now voluntarily recalled nearly 36 of its iceberg lettuce products in 27 states, saying overnight that we are no longer sourcing iceberg lettuce grown in central Mexico for the remainder of the growing season. And it adds that it has experts on site investigating all potential sources of contamination.
And if it's not a parasite you got to be worried about in Tennessee, get a load of this. An invasive species known as the hammerhead worm is being spotted more often in the volunteer state. The The toxic flatworm can be recognized by its long, flat body, its half-moon-shaped head that looks like a hammer. Agriculture officials say the pest feeds on beneficial earthworms that help keep soil healthy, which is what you want for your garden. Farmers, too. Residents are urged not to cut the worms in half because they can regenerate from body fragments, and don't touch them with your bare hands because they secrete toxins. CVS rolling out a new feature that will allow pet parents to get medications just like they do for humans. The procedure to get the medication will be the same, and CVS also says pet owners will be able to get refills if needed.
The drugstore giant announcing this morning it is now offering pet medications at all of its 9,000 pharmacies nationwide. It says everything from antibiotics to insulin to pain relievers are now available.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
The roads suck. It's not designed well. I mean, all honestly, if we had a chance, we could probably tear it down to the studs, start all over. It might be the best thing to do. But the reality of today's world is we need to get around. And second worst, most stressful place to drive in America is Nashville.
If it feels like driving in Nashville is getting more stressful, well, you're not imagining it. According to a new study by Lemon Law experts, 75% of Nashville drivers say they've skipped going somewhere altogether just to avoid the drive.
Turn right onto exit.
And 71% say traffic has made them late or caused them to miss something. And it's the type of frustration TDOT hopes to address as they begin a new study of the inner loop.
Inner loop.
The inner loop.
Of all the loops, fruit, then enter. Inner
Yep.
loop. So what's the study going to be about? Hey, does this place, it sucks. All right, cool. We got one for it sucks.
I'm telling you, man, you've got too much merging. Like you've got too much mandatory merging, and you've got to do it in a matter of seconds.
There's with an hour, like a mile from now, it's going to go from 4 lanes to 3 lanes.
Right.
So start your merging now. It's just, hey, guess what? We're all moving over.
Yep, you just missed your exit.
That to me is, and several people have said the same thing about the merging, said, don't be a zipper, treat it like a zipper and don't be a, and I think they're right. I think the merging is a big deal because it's such a surprise how fast things just go from 4 down to 3, then back up to 4, then down to 2, then we're splitting off. It's poorly designed. All right, Ken, because you drive a lot more than me because I've decided to live. And the reason when we came out here first, we drove around, wanted to make sure, because I had done the 60 mile a day one way, and I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
And I didn't want to get into traffic because even if you live, if you've lived in any big city, you know that you may live 10 miles away, but 10 miles doesn't mean 10 miles like you think.
No, 10 miles means 30 minutes.
There you go. And so I said, okay, so we were around here, but if you could fix one thing on the roads, like they're like magically, Ken the Wizard snaps his finger, what is it?
The one thing would be the eastbound 24 and westbound 40, where they merge their downtown. Make it to where you don't have to get all the way over to the left if you need to go southbound on 65, and make it to where if you are going to continue to go eastbound on the south, or rather westbound on the South Loop, and you need to get downtown, then you can do so from the lane you're already in.
Okay.
But what you've got is you've got I think it's 2nd Avenue and 4th Avenue traffic getting onto the South Loop along with eastbound 24 and westbound 40. And you've just got too many people who are needing to go south on 65 while others are needing to go downtown, and you just got immediate bottleneck.
Yeah.
And then if you're going eastbound and if you're coming off of 4th Avenue, too many people do not see the sign that says you are not allowed to go south on 65. It's like less than a football field to that exit, and people are still trying to do it.
That right there, the whole, you're going to miss getting your exit, or you're going to miss getting, over to where you need to be. That drives me crazy because all it takes is for one person, then all of a sudden everything slows down, then everybody starts hitting their lights.
Yes.
But instead of just one, it's usually 50.
Yeah. And like you said, it only takes one.
Yeah.
It takes one person to slow down everybody.
And the HOV lanes too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. The HOV lanes.
There's got to be better flow.
And that's what it is. It's the flow is the importance of it. You and I have talked about, Dallas. Phoenix does it good. Phoenix, San Antonio's got a really good, it's just a big circle. Some of them, it's a big flow. There's just not a lot of places you're going to go. So you're going to have to be creative with how are you going to expand? What are you going to do in the expansion? I mean, to make the flow. And I think some of it too is just clear markings and signs. Give people warnings about certain things.
Charlotte's pretty good too.
Yeah, is it? I've not driven. I've been to Charlotte, but I've not driven.
Yeah, Charlotte traffic flows pretty well. Now, I mean, it gets backed up, like especially South Charlotte will get pretty backed up. But there's not a lot of left and right mergers almost colliding with each other. It's like usually if you need to get off somewhere, everybody has to get to the right, no matter which direction you're planning to merge. So it just seems like there's less of an opportunity for crashes.
You know who else has good traffic? Cleveland. You want to know why? Because nobody lives in Cleveland. I drove in Cleveland for a couple of weeks. I was like, Even during the Republican convention, we were there. Outside of going to downtown when it got kind of busy, you could drive around all day. Nothing's happening.
Interesting.
Yeah. Why? Because it's Cleveland.
I found not Seattle, but Cincinnati pretty easy to get around too.
Oh, really? See,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I didn't know. I guess so. I mean, because it's Ohio. It's Cleveland. It's Cincinnati.
However, I will say that interstate between Cincinnati and Columbus, you want to talk about potholes, they had a problem.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was terrible.
That is, well, I mean, if you think about it, right? We can sit here and talk about politics all day. Potholes, somebody's like, you guys talk about potholes. No, I'm talking about potholes. The little things in life like that make your life that much easier, that take the stress off. Think about how much less stress you would have in your life if you knew your work flow from work to home to work, and wherever you're going to be was that much smoother. Picking up your kids didn't take an hour and a half out of your day.
Right.
Think of how much tax money they take from us.
For what?
Exactly.
For what? I mean, where's it going to? But when you think about, like, every year they do those things at the end of the year when they talk about, you know, somebody who lives in Buffalo spends 2 days in their car in the traffic, and somebody lives in D.C. and in L.A. and San Francisco spends a month in their car, kind of thing. People always wonder why people in certain areas have really nice cars, because you spend a vast majority of your time in a car.
In the car.
Right?
Yeah, my neighbor across the street, they're in Boise, Idaho. In fact, there was a lot of Southern Californians moving to Idaho, and one of the main reasons was they were becoming able to work from home, and they were tired of traffic in Southern California.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude told me, it's like you talked about a moment ago. He lived 10 miles from where he worked. And it still took him on some days 45 minutes to get to work.
You could see your house.
Yes.
That's where I live. I live right there. I can get out and walk to my house.
Yes.
You know how frustrating
and even though
it
he
is?
was able to work from home, he still didn't. He just did not want to deal with traffic.
Yeah. You know how frustrating it is to go somewhere and to see somebody ride by on their, the 10-speed, one of those people who are always working out, ride by.
Yes.
They fly by you, and you don't see them for 40 minutes till you finally get past whatever traffic is there. And you're thinking, God, how fast could I have gone if there wasn't all this stuff? And it's always something simple. And it's like I say, it's the little things that sound like, oh, it's just traffic. But when you think about the stress that traffic causes you, you're sitting there. What's your average commute, Ken? Just an average day.
I'm going to say it's about it. Well, it's at least an hour to get home, but getting here is not quite so bad. I can get here in 45 minutes, but it is at least an hour to get home.
So you think about an hour and 45 minutes a day. That's you and your wife having dinner. That's you getting home before like the sun goes down. That's and you add it up by the end of the week, and all of a sudden you're at 10 hours.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy when you start to think of it like that.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the year, that's, like almost 500 hours. And you're like, that's like, 10, 11 days worth of life that I spend in my car that has nothing to do with me and my family going somewhere, us going to dinner.
Right.
Risking your life.
Risking your life.
And risking your life.
Falling into a pothole.
Yes. Getting kidnapped by Chaka.
Jason said, I miss COVID traffic.
Oh, COVID traffic was awesome.
COVID traffic. Did you ever get pulled over?
Nope.
I did. And did you guys have to have badges or anything that's
yes.
with the media?
Yeah, we had to have a piece of paper which designated us as essential workers for a little while, but I never got pulled over.
So yeah, I never. We did. I got pulled over twice at the beginning, and one time they thought, well, you're out here. It's like 2:30 in the morning, and because I lived in the Valley of the Dirt People. We were the only two people. I was getting gas, and he's just waiting. And the minute I took off, he just followed me right on the freeway. And I was like, I'm going to work. What do you do? And I said, who I do? He goes, oh, I know who you guys are. Oh, cool. Whatever. But that's all you had to say. They didn't even give us anything that said we were, hey, we have to go to work. which was odd. Now, you know what's really weird too back then? Our stations, so my talk station, we all came in. But the sports station all stayed home. And I'm like, well, why can't I stay home? Why do I have to? And the reason I had to come in is because my on-air partner, Gatos, he didn't want to do it without me being in the same room as him, even though he was paranoid about catching something. I just went, oh, good God.
What strange times those were.
Those were strange. What would you now? What would that drive? What was that drive like for you?
That drive was nothing. I mean, I could get in overnight. Good grief. I could, it's 33 miles from my house, to the studios. I was getting here in like 20 minutes, and then getting home, maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that was easy.
And think about this as we talk about all this. Think about the affordability side of stuff too. Well, where are young families and people are going to be moving if they want to own a piece of something? They're not moving to Nashville. They're not moving to downtown. They don't have the money for it. They're not moving to Brentwood. They're moving further and further out. What's that going to do? It's going to make everything more and more congested. So the 45-minute drive in a couple of years, if they don't sort this out, is going to be an hour and 10 minutes.
Well, and the further everybody moves out, the more expensive it's going to get.
Yeah.
The further you move out.
Yeah, and soon it's tough. It's tough. But if you think about, you can we could text T-Dot, call T-Dot, we could T-Dot the hell out of them. We could put them on blast. Stuff needs to get fixed, and some of that also was future poor planning.
Yeah, I don't think they
didn't plan well for the future.
Yeah, for whatever reason. It just seems like the leaders about 20 years ago or so, and I'm just guesstimating, just did not expect Nashville to explode like it is for whatever reason. But I mean, whenever I first moved here, they were talking about 5,000 people a month moving here.
Yeah. And it's, and the beauty of it is we have our states. States compete with one another. And people move. And I was here like, you're a California liberal. You should go back there. Let me tell you about my state that I was born and raised in, but haven't lived in for well over a decade plus. When I grew up, there was traffic. But man, when I was born, I think it was 1980 was 19 million people. There's 40 million people.
Yeah.
And none of them are being born there. You could go into any place and nobody's from California. Because everybody came to be a star, kind of like they did here in the country music world.
Yep.
But now they've been priced out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you're priced out. But here's the thing. You don't have to worry because you could become a country music star right from your kitchen.
Yes,
wherever
sir.
you live.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, coming up. Hot Take Tuesday. Hot Take Tuesday. A lot of stuff on the hot take world. Give us your hot take about anything non-political. We'll do that straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Board Capital. Let me tell you something. A couple days from now, my buddies over there, they're doing a webinar. It's called Market Blind Spot. Now, my buddy Zach is Chief Investment Officer over there, and they're up 78+% since January of 2025, and they're continuing to grow. And the reason is they don't do things that others do. They don't. First and foremost, the market blind spot. There's always blind spots in the market. People looking for the shiny objects. What should you be looking for? How do you protect the downside when it comes to your investments and your retirement, which is their biggest focus? Risk management. Lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. What can they do to help you with that? It is the Market Blind Spot happening this Thursday, 5:30 our time. Simple and easy. Sign up for it. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com. That's KNOW riskpodcast.com to sign up for it this Thursday Market Blind Spot webinar from our friends at Bulwark Capital Management. Investment advisory service offered through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risks, not a guarantee. Past performance, not guarantee future results. Check 26111.
All right, drivers, still got that injury crash in Bellevue, Old Hickory Boulevard, just north of Bellevue Road. Then in Brentwood, the right lane is blocked, Old Hickory Boulevard westbound there at 65. Got a heat advisory. Could see heat index of 110 degrees today, then severe weather tonight. And look out for the hammerheads in Tennessee. That's coming up at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Oh, my God, they can walk now?
Oh, you got to look out for those hammerheads.
Oh, Lord.
Don't
Hot take Tuesday.
Here's another hot take. Watch out for the hammerheads because they're walking.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is an interesting story.
I like that. Very interesting. We're doing our little hot takes. You guys know how hot takes work. We're going to start with you, Ryan.
If there's no victim to the crime, you are the victim.
Ooh, look at you. Little philosophy there.
Yeah, brother Ryan, pulling it out, boy. Throwing it down on us.
Look at that.
You didn't take a gummy, did you?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, man. Goomies, man. Oh, goodness, man. Total goomies, man. What you got for us, Ken?
Middle-aged men who flirt with waitresses who are old enough to be their granddaughters are pathetic.
Yes.
Dude, she also smiled at table 7. And the only reason she hasn't walked away is because she is working. Leave her alone. I've got a daughter in the service industry, and it's very maddening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same thing. You hear the same thing too, Ken, is on the golf, when you're out golfing.
Oh, yeah?
And the golfers hit on the little cart girl all the time.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness, the difference between your daughter and a lot of the cart girls is I've been out some of the places. I'm like, wow, it's really weird that the stripper is a cart girl. But whatever, But they're working it, right? Because what do they have? They've got drunk dudes on a Saturday, cash in their pocket, trying to be big hitters and, want to impress the cart girl.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, baby, can you give me a Snickers? I really like a Snickers. That's pretty.
There are some waitresses, they work it.
Of course they work it. Of course they do. But,
But get a clue whenever they don't like it.
And for the most part, they're not working it the way that you think.
Exactly.
Right? It's like a stripper. She didn't really like you. Right? You know that. You know that the 48 dances you paid for doesn't mean you guys are going steady. Just letting you guys know that. For me, my hot take is, guys, gals, everybody, I love fresh smells, right? Like everybody else, right? And I get that you're really excited about Dracar Noir because you just found it again, or Polo, or whatever it is. You don't have to bathe in it. Spray, delay, sachet. That's it. You're not supposed to. If it's dripping off of you, you leave the room. And an hour later, I can smell you as if there is a ghost in the room of you. Let's not do that. It's not good for anybody.
Man, that's how they're pulling hot chicks, Chad.
They're not pulling hot chicks
Got
that way.
that smell good on.
What was that movie? Oh, God, it was Anchorman. Remember that?
Yes.
Sex Panther. Ooh, that's
60%
pungent.
of the time, it works every time.
That smells like gasoline. It's so awesome. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right there.
But yeah, man, there are some people, boy, they lay that stuff off.
I just, yeah, it is. And I went to a place the other day, and I went in there, and Jack and I were in there before he left, and I wanted to, it was so pungent, even Jack looked at me, and I wanted to sneeze.
Yeah.
And you're in it's a food place, right? Like, I want to smell the food. I smell Dracar. It always goes to Dracar Noir that every kid had. Just pungent.
Is that the one
somebody
that
said.
Johnny Depp advertises?
Oh, he always advertised some weird. It was like, do you like the wolf?
Yeah.
What about a snake? The wolf snake from, and then it's like from Savage.
Yeah, some Savage.
And he's out in the middle of like they just drop him off in the middle of some, desert.
Yeah, with
and
a
it's
guitar.
Something going over him, and then there's a snake and a wolf. What is that? And the $385 an ounce. You're like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Axe body spray. Oh, that is very popular amongst the youth.
I had some of that. I had polo back whenever I was in high school.
Everybody, yeah.
And I was probably guilty of putting too much of it on.
Yeah. Polo, like the polo was in the green bottle.
Yeah, in the green
Everybody
bottle.
had one. And by the way, no matter how much you used, there was always enough in there for more.
That's right.
If you found that bottle today, I guarantee it's half full.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody just sent me, it works 60% of the time. It works every time.
It works every time. 60% of the time.
Oh, God, that is so true. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. It works. That, just when he came out, and she's like, what's that smell? It smells like burning dog turds.
Yeah.
Is that a diaper from somebody who ate Indian food? It's so awesome. Oh, Lord. All right, coming up. Somebody said, Chad, stop talking about traffic, all right? Let's talk about something that is not as depressing. Let's talk about the Iran war.
Yeah, that's not depressing.
No, it's not depressing. Brute by Fabergé.
Brute. I remember Brute.
It's no high karate, but you get where we're going with that. Little high karate. My dad had high karate and Old Spice.
Yeah, my dad had Old Spice.
The only thing I remember from Old Spice, minus the whistle, wasn't that the stuff that he was dumping into his handkerchief, old Chief Brody, to breathe when he was chumming?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
And I bet you it didn't help.
Brute by Fabergé. We got to find out if I'll wear those with my Jordache jeans.
Remember Stetson?
Oh, God, yes. Those were, Stetson.
Had a big old cowboy hat on.
It smelled like velvet. You're like, what does it smell like? Velvet. What's velvet smell like? Like this. Yeah, you got a cowboy hat with it, right?
Yeah, well, no, there was a cowboy hat and a rope or something on the front of the bottle.
Oh, God.
I seem to recall.
Crazy. I love the good old days, kids. Good old days. Now you got to spend $400 for a Johnny Depp Bizarre Sauvage. By Chanel 5. Sauvage. Coming up, we will talk a little bit about Iran, a bunch of other good stuff on the way. You can send us your hot takes as well. Text the program, Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories, and Mother Nature, she might try to ding us twice today. We've already got this heat advisory. It's in effect until 8 o'clock tonight. We could see a heat index up around 110 degrees this afternoon. Then tonight, severe storms are possible. Everyone north of Murfreesboro, and then along I-40 under a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather. Everybody else, Murfreesboro and below, a level 1 out of 5 risk. The thing is, we can't rule out tornadoes. Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. You've got ABC's Ginger Z, who is covering the Northeast and Midwest, where she says they could be in for the type of weather that hammered parts of the West yesterday.
Other parts of the country are still reeling from deadly and devastating flooding. In Wayne County, Utah, 5 family members were killed during a camping trip after being swept away by a flash flood. The victims included a captain in the Provo Fire Department, his wife, and their 3 sons. A daughter who was not on the trip survived.
The Tennessee Department of Transportation taking a fresh look at one of Nashville's busiest roadways. TDOT launching a planning and environmental linkages study aimed at identifying long-term solutions for congestion and safety issues along the inner loop, the downtown loop. Drivers attending a public meeting pointed to closely spaced exits and heavy lane weaving as major concerns. The department plans to narrow down potential improvements and release recommendations next spring. Still no definitive confirmation as to the source of the cyclosporiasis outbreak that has led thousands of people across several states to become sick with explosive diarrhea. And then here in Tennessee, state agriculture officials are renewing warnings about hammerhead worms after an increase in reports across the volunteer state. This invasive worm is typically brown or gray. It has a flat ribbon-like body and then a broad head that looks like a hammer. The species threatens gardens and natural ecosystems by feeding on good worms, little earthworms that you fish with. Anyone finding one, you should wear gloves when handling a hammerhead worm and dispose of it using alcohol salt or a citrus oil and vinegar mixture. Don't touch it with your bare hands because they secrete poison. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Beacon Capital Management, a lot of people out there trying to figure out what's going on with the markets. Beacon's got you covered. Things get volatile, you get uneasy about money, long-term goals, taxes, health, it's retirement. It can be stressful. Should be the golden time where you're relaxing. Let Beacon take the load off for you. Do a little heavy lifting, if you will. So why don't you do this? Call Beacon today, 615-488-9303. They're going to get you out a free retirement-ready toolkit that talks about taxes, healthcare, like Medicare, long-term care, in between the gap coverage that you may need, things of that nature, as well as all the other things like not outliving your money. They're going to get you that Money Enough for Life book, a retirement planning checklist, and a guide for maximizing your retirement income. There is no cost and no obligation, and it's absolutely free. No pressure whatsoever. All you have to do is pick up the phone and give them a call today to Beacon Capital Management. 615-488-9303. That's 615-488-9303 or online at askbeaconnow.com for Beacon Capital Management. This is a paid placement. Hey, Ken.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about this hammerhead thing.
Yeah, the hammerhead worm.
People are sending me pictures of their hammerhead worms they've seen.
Yeah, creepy.
So, first of all, they sound like aliens. Sounds like they're already here. What else would you cut in half and it starts to become a two?
Yeah.
Two of them.
It'll
So,
grow into
what
another.
exactly are we doing with these things?
Well, you want to kill them,
Okay.
but you do not want to touch them with your bare hands because the State Department of Agriculture says they secrete toxins. And here's what's bad about them is they go out and they kill the good worms.
No
the little
way.
earthworms you fish with.
They got no natural predators.
Exactly. And so the earthworms are good for gardens and for farmers' crops and stuff like that because they irrigate the dirt.
They came over on a boat from China like over 100 years ago.
Everything freaking comes from China.
Everything comes. Our bad worms made in China. When you look underneath them, it says right there. Little 6-year-old assembled that for us.
Yeah. So if you run across these, they say get you some gloves and dispose of them using alcohol, salt, or a citrus oil and vinegar mixture.
Salt seems kind of weird. Like that's a little bit of torture. Not just stepping on them and then scoop them up with something and throw them away.
Propane torture work, too.
Okay. A little worried about you, Ryan.
I wouldn't fish with them.
No. I doubt fish would like that either because you can't eat the fish.
Then you might kill the fish.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, they're deadly.
Yeah, they're deadly.
Trying to kill me,
They're deadly. I tell you what, I don't like that at all.
The hammerhead worm.
I thought for sure there was hammerhead sharks here. I'm like, they're here? How did they get here? Because we got some, up in some of these rivers, maybe we got a bull shark or two. Because you never know. And I've seen some people out there fishing, and they film stuff, and they're like, here we are. And I'm like, that looks like a bull shark.
That doesn't look like a catfish.
It doesn't. Now we got the hammerworm. It's happening. Several of you have asked, what's the stressful and least stressful cities? So least stressfuls, Detroit, number 10, because nobody lives there. Austin, Texas, which I think is a lie. Portland, Oregon, which is, it's not stressful because
nobody's stressed out in Portland, Oregon.
Because they're all on goomies or having sex on the side of the road.
Yeah, either that or watching concerts by ponds.
Yes. Portland is just a jam. It's you know how I love fish.
Yeah, it's a jam band.
It's a jam band. Phoenix, Oklahoma City. How bad's Oklahoma City?
Gosh, it's been so long since I've actually driven in Oklahoma City, but I will say the commute can get pretty backed up because Oklahoma City is a lot like Nashville. Most people don't live in Oklahoma City; they live outside of it, and so you can get some pretty long commutes outside of Oklahoma City.
Yeah. See, that's what I think too. Traffic. And this, again, it's not so much about traffic. It's all of the stuff. So, because if you're just kind of in traffic and kind of going along and it's slow, start, stop, that's one thing. It's the hell that comes with the stop for 10 minutes, move for 3, go over here. I think it's more than that. Traffic in Austin, Jason says sucks. I agree on that. Tampa, Kansas City, Minneapolis, Sacramento. What? Oh, Sacramento. Actually, I got to be honest. When I was there, traffic was pretty damn good. It wasn't bad. Sacramento is a big city, little city. It's a pretty decent sized city when you compare it to a lot of the other places, but
it's a little big city.
It did flow well. San Francisco, so I know this is a lie, nobody drives.
Right.
That's just it. Because you got to park. You got to do all that stuff. So you don't get the same kind of thing. That's why Waymo works so poorly there. Now, the worst, most stressful, Houston.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that is awful, especially with the growth.
Yeah, I had a brother-in-law who lived there, and he, too, lived like 10 miles from work, and it took an hour to get there.
So, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Pittsburgh. I don't know. That might have to do with weather and the fact that you live in Pittsburgh. So every day is just stressful. I got offered a job in Pittsburgh, and I went out there for like a week.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw the sun once. And it was before football season had started. And I'm just telling you guys, all of the people in Pittsburgh were pining over the Steelers starting. There was nothing else. They were just
That's it.
That was it. Yep. They didn't care about anything else. They don't care about hockey. Right, because since Lemieux retired and Crosby was, they cared a little bit, but they don't have a basketball team. The Pirates, great stadium, but
they just didn't care about the Pirates.
No, just didn't care about the Pirates. They haven't cared about the Pirates since Willie Stargell and Barry Bonds.
Wow.
I mean, realistic. Okay, so Columbus, Ohio. You know what though? Columbus is that city where if you go to Ohio, you're like, this should be in another state. This city.
Yeah, it's a big old college town.
Yeah, Baltimore. San Antonio.
San Antonio is actually, that city was chill.
Yeah, it is chill.
Real chill.
But here's the thing about it's everything is in a circle.
Yes.
Like literally every freeway is a circle.
Yeah, they call it the wagon wheel.
Yeah, so if you do miss, sometimes you have to go all the way from the city again. Nashville was number 2. Number 1, I could see this. Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah. And they did this based on, so this is what stresses people out the most. Toll roads, that would be Orlando. Red light and speeding cameras. Expensive parking meters. Honking. I don't get much honking here.
All the time.
Do you?
I hear it every day. And a woman honked at me yesterday. I was trying to merge onto Murfreesboro on 78, exit 78, and I guess my presence disturbed her, and she honked at me, and I sped ahead of her and got in front of the car in front of me, and then I pulled off at a gas station, and she pulled off there just to honk at me again.
Dang!
She pulled off just to honk at you.
Yeah. It might have been my Fritz sticker on the back of my car.
Maybe. Might have been that.
Whatever happened to that Elon thing, the tunnel thing he was building?
I think they're still
building it. But it's only going to be for, a few places.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to mess with anything above the surface.
Yep.
You don't have to change the road pattern directly. You just add on subterranean like they did in New York.
Well, yeah, that's the only way. But New York had such a head start on so much of this. I mean, wouldn't it be neat if we had a great, subway? This is never going to happen. Finding parking, bad weather, road construction, high gas prices, tailgaters. 82% of people are stressed out by potholes.
Yeah.
Distracted drivers. A lot of you chimed in and said, get people off the damn phones. That's why you should make everything stick shift.
That'll do it.
Aggressive lane change. Number 2, and heavy traffic and congestion. Number 1, 87% of people said that was the biggest stressor where they were driving. And it's interesting because they went through this. So racing heartbeat was the number 3 symptom of people. Lingering bad mood. That's what I talked about there.
Yep.
Intense muscles or clenched jaws.
Yep.
Plus you're baking in the sun.
Plus you're baking in the sun. Trouble sleeping for a lot of people. I never get because Ken and I never get the Sunday scaries because Monday is the greatest day of the year.
Absolutely. And by the way, it's only 6 days away.
It's only 6 days. We get an Advent calendar every week until Mondays. But trouble sleeping, that is because of your drive. Yeah. I could see that. Headaches, sweating.
Anxiety.
And that was number 1. 54% of people who did this said anxiety was the number 1 issue.
Yeah, because that'll cause everything else.
Yes. Yeah, it is. And so what drivers have done because of stress? Cried, argued with a passenger, road rage.
Oh, yeah.
Yelled or sworn at another driver. Not so much chased him, wanted to find him, just told him to blank off. Honked out of frustration. Been late or missed something, avoided going somewhere to skip the drive.
Right.
Oh, who hasn't?
Absolutely, man.
And taken a longer route to avoid traffic. Because you know what? I think all of us agree with this. If I had to drive somewhere and it was 20 minutes to get there, but it was start, stop, or it was 30 minutes and I'm moving the whole time, I'll take the 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I will. I'll take the 30 minutes of just, if I'm moving, I feel less anxiety and stress.
Yeah.
Every time I do that, I end up spending more time on the road, though.
Well, this was said right here, everybody except for Ryan, because Ryan screws things up. So that's crazy, man. I tell you what, it's stressful. We spend that much time in the road. Then you got potholes, and you got upkeep on your car. You got all of that stuff.
And you got to stay back from those dump trucks too, man.
Oh, God, yes. I have, you know what? When I was a kid driving, a young adult, and in England, I had, I think I got one flat tire in like a 8 or 10 year period. When I moved out to the desert, out in Palm Springs, and then into Phoenix, it seemed to be almost every couple months I got a flat tire.
Oh, man.
And
yeah,
the amount of rocks off of my windshield are crazy. It was because you forget about all that stuff, and that's other stuff that stresses you out.
Oh, dude, I've probably got like 6 little cracks in my windshield right now. Fortunately, they haven't gone all the way across yet, so I don't have to replace it. But I've replaced at least 2 windshields since I've been here.
That is.
I remember one time I had, like one of those little cracks. And on my way home to Tulsa one time, just all of a sudden, it just spread out both directions and went across my entire windshield.
Just a spider web?
And I just thought, well, I guess it'll be time to replace that when I get home.
Oh, good God. Just insane. That's it. That's what people are stressed out about. But number one, we're two, just behind Atlanta. That is the number one. And I do get, you know where else is bad too? I've heard horrific. I mean, LA's, here's the thing about traffic's different all over the place. Like, you can get up on a Saturday and I could go to Pickleball Kingdom, go out there on Harding and zip out there on the 24, and I don't really have anything to worry about. In LA, that might take me 45 minutes, even on a Saturday. It's a zoo.
Yeah.
In DC, there is a 2-hour window in the morning and a 2-hour window in the afternoon that is a nightmare.
I bet.
Just because nobody lives in DC. They all live outside Virginia.
Right.
And the drive-in is getting worse and worse, and they never planned for that. Here, it's, it depends on which way you're going, but it's, San Francisco, I've driven to San Francisco. It's just, first of all, it's just gross, but it is confusing as hell, San Francisco, because everything's one way. And everything's a hill.
Yeah, that does look like a confusing place to drive.
Whatever happened to that helicopter in every driveway?
We're working on it, okay? Do you really want people? Have you met people? Do you really want hundreds and thousands of people flying above you? I don't.
No traffic.
Oh, not yet. But you know what? There's no traffic, but it's okay because somebody's smashing into my house with their helicopter. That's the fear. It all seems neat being the Jetsons until they crash into your house. You never saw that on the Jetsons, did you? Coming up, I'll talk a little bit about Iran. Thank goodness, though, that hammerhead, it's not the sharks, it's the worm, but watch out for him. And somebody just said, step on him, scoop him up, and throw him away.
There you go. But don't touch him.
Do they reproduce fast? Or is it just like for 3 months out of the year, they're around?
I'm not sure.
I don't think stepping on them's enough.
You know? Oh, look at you. Listen to Ryan. He's rather fine. Ryan's like, we should get a flamethrower.
Ryan wants the flamethrower approach.
It never fails, and it's always ready.
Well, that's true.
It doesn't fail, kids. That we do know. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Relief factor. What's your factor in relief? Relief factor for me. Why is that? It works. And a guy named Chris followed me for a long time, listened to the show, said, I'm going to try it, Chad. And this guy's really active, does he does a lot of stuff, but over time, life kind of gets to you, and his job was physical, and it wasn't going as well as he thought it was going to go. And the inflammation got to him. Started taking relief factor. Within like 6 months or so, he'd done a half marathon, which is great for him. Seems the same. Why is that? Because of Relief Factor. He said, I wouldn't have been able to do it without Relief Factor. It works. I want you to try it. 3-week quick start, just $17.76. It attacks inflammation from the inside out, doesn't mask the pain, naturally formulated. You can take it every single day, and it's third-party tested. Purity and potency. This stuff works. How do you get it? You go to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com. A 3-week quick start is just $17.76, or call 800-4-RELIEF, 800, the number 4-RELIEF for Relief Factor.
All right, drivers in Bellevue still got that injury crash, Old Hickory Boulevard, just north of Bellevue Road. Then in Brentwood, a crash still blocking the right lane, Old Hickory Boulevard westbound there at 65. We've got a potential risk of severe weather tonight and a poisonous worm prompting a warning from the Tennessee Department of Agriculture. These stories and more coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
So we'll let you guys know it's we don't know a lot about worms, but yeah, I think if your chicken eats these, they're probably going to die. Several people have also asked the question, keep it between us, Chad. If you lick them, what's that like? My dog, Red, is addicted to desert toads.
Oh, yeah?
So a couple, 4 or 5 years ago, Red comes in one night and he's looking just...
Yeah.
His tongue sticking out. He's drinking all this water. He's stumbling around. We thought, oh, my God, he's poisoned. We found out that he'd been licking the toads. And so we have to, my wife at night has to make sure that she locks the door so he can't get out. And in the morning, she has to peruse because several of them will jump in the pool out there.
Oh, yeah.
And he likes them toads because he gets
He's jonesing for his toad fix.
He is jonesing for his toad fix. He is jonesing for the toad fix. Yes, but these things will kill. I don't know what they'll do to your dog. Probably just make them sick.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that, what the hammerhead worm could do to your pet. We should look that up, though.
Yeah.
Because that's actually a good... That's a good point.
That is, because, these things are out there, and, a lot of these caterpillars and worms and stuff, people realize how poisonous some of them are to your animals. Some of them are not poisonous to you, but to your animals, they may be, and vice versa.
No, it's definitely poisonous to humans, too.
What?
It's poisonous to humans as well.
Yeah, but,
Fortunately, little Fritz, he doesn't like toads.
He doesn't?
He won't mess with the toad.
Oh, man, he's not tried a toad till he's tried to lick a toad.
Yeah, it says right here, so Worms and Germs blog reports that the hammerhead worm could potentially harm your pet if your pet licks, mouths, or eats one. Basically, They have the same poison as is found in pufferfish.
Okay. Oh, that's not good.
Says dogs and cats could experience symptoms such as drooling, vomiting, explosive diarrhea.
Are they Taylor Farms? Hammerhead worms? I got a bag full, and they're delicious. Oh.
At this point, that's just the free space on the bingo card.
That is right there. Man, there's a lot of stuff that wants to make us go to the bathroom. That's all we're saying.
Biscuit eaters, like we're living in Australia.
It's like we're living in Australia, man. Coming up, hour number 3 of the program, Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Middle Tennessee facing a 1-2 punch of dangerous heat and potential severe weather today. The afternoon heat index values could reach 110 degrees before storms develop tonight, which could go severe. Everybody north of Murfreesboro is under a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather. Everybody else a level 1 out of 5. Very, very low chance for tornadoes, but we cannot rule it out. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. And if you're heading for the Gulf Coast, better watch out for Tropical Storm Bertha, says Ginger Z.
The system is just south of the Florida Panhandle, slowly rotating west, with landfall expected in southeast Louisiana on Wednesday. Officials are also warning beachgoers to stay out of the water. High surf and dangerous rip currents could make swimming deadly.
Yeah, people already sandbagging in New Orleans. Bertha is not expected to have any impact on Middle Tennessee, at least the remnants of it. Right now in Tennessee, a poisonous worm prompting a warning from the State Department of Agriculture, telling residents about an increase in sightings of the invasive hammerhead worm across the state. These worms are flat and ribbon-like, usually brown or gray with stripes and a distinctive hammer-shaped head, and they secrete toxins from their skin, so don't touch them with your bare hands. The problem with the hammerhead worm is they eat the good worms, little earthworms, the kind you fish with, which are vital for healthy soil and gardens. Again, officials say to avoid touching the hammerhead worm with your bare hands. Just kill them with rubbing alcohol, salt, or citrus and vinegar solutions, or you could just stomp on them, I guess. Still no definitive confirmation as to the source of the cyclosporiasis outbreak that has led thousands of people to get explosive diarrhea across the states. More from ABC's Elizabeth Schulze.
Despite one false positive test on a sample of Taylor Farms lettuce, the FDA insists that its investigation made clear that a large cluster of cases is linked to Taylor Farms iceberg lettuce from central Mexico.
So Taylor Farms supplies to supermarkets, fast food restaurants, even Cisco, which distributes to schools and hospitals. And CVS is rolling out a new feature that will allow pet owners to get medications just like they do for humans. CVS says the ability to fill pet prescriptions will be available in all of its 9,000 locations across the U.S. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
The procedure will be the same way us humans get your medicine. Your vet will either give you a paper prescription that you can bring to the store, or they can call it in, and then you just pick it up. And just like that, your pets have the medications they need. And just like with people, medications can be refilled automatically, and some can even be delivered right to your door.
That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
What is up, party people? Happy Hot Take Tuesday. Little hot take. It's also hot outside.
Just 6 more days till Monday.
6 more days, man. I don't even sleep on the weekend comes. I'm like, what a waste, right?
I'm going to practice going to work.
I'd like what Scott, one of the senators in Florida, said, you know what, Americans, we should be working 7 days a week. That guy's got it. He gets it. Right? He thinks that we should be working 7 days a week. I think so, too.
He's going to get reelected.
Totally. Yeah. You know what? Get rid of that Social Security. You don't need it. whatsoever.
Just keep on working,
Keep
America.
on working, baby, because eventually you'll die, and that is good for everybody. Yeah. Can you believe he said that? I was like, what? Well, something we used to work back. No, stupid. You're what?
What if you didn't have to pay Social Security and or you didn't have to pay taxes, but then you didn't get Social Security in the end? You know what I mean?
Well, if you didn't have to pay into Social, if you want to fix the Social Security thing, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to lift the limit right now, because you get to a certain level income. I forgot what it is, 100 and something, and then after that, you don't pay on lift that. But they're going to have to raise taxes at some point in time. We can't borrow all of this money. We've gotten more and more in debt. It ain't helping it, and we're at war or kerfuffling or whatever you want to call it. Before we get deep into this, let's talk about what's going on outdoors.
Now it's time for the Swamp Ass News Report with the weather wizard, Ken Weaver.
Oh, boys, it's swamp ass in full effect. Check it out. 93 degrees is the real feels. The feels like is 103.
Oh, God.
Humidity 54%. There's a 22 mile per hour wind, but it feels like somebody's got a hairdryer in your face.
Feels like they're blowing a Zippo at you.
Exactly.
What is you and fire, Ryan? What is up with that?
Brother Ryan, boy, he's all about that fire, man.
This is how it starts, brother. This is it. We're going to start seeing you on WSMV. We're going to see a house fire burn down. There you are, getting in back with your hat turned around. I'm like, we know who started that thing. I mean, we're not going to tell anybody, but still.
He's out there killing hammerhead worms. With
Yeah.
fire.
Oh, yeah. So,
Punisher.
so the heat today, because my heat, I like yours better than mine. Because I looked on my phone, and I want no part of what my phone is telling me.
What's your phone telling you?
96 feels like 110.
Now, see, it is that in some places.
Yeah.
This is at the Nashville International Airport. So in some places out there, some of our listeners, they're probably in 110-degree heat index.
Yeah, several of them chimed in earlier and said, and I quote, my swamp ass started early this morning.
Yeah, Mike, our engineer, said he said the feels like was 93 this morning whenever he took his dog for a walk right before 6 o'clock.
Oh, God. And
That's hot, baby.
Speaking of your dogs and your animals, we shouldn't have to remind you, don't chain them up outside. Don't leave them in the car. And the same thing with your kids. Like, we should have to tell you these things. But, this is bacon weather.
Boiling.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff where, the oven is on right now. Whew. Tell you what, that's why that hammerhead is doing so well. Oh, my Lord. Who just sent me this? Madison. Not a girl named Madison.
The town Madison.
Yeah, just to let you guys know, because somebody's like, well, it could be a girl. Could be. 94, real feel, 114. With a flood watch. Let's talk about that. What do we get tonight?
Yeah, so here's the deal. I heard Stefano DiPietro talking about this earlier today, that these storms, that when they develop, they're going to be dumping a lot of rain. They're going to be slow moving. Okay. So there could be a whole bunch of rain falling on the same place for a long time, and that leads to flash flooding. And it's going to be at night. The flood risk is going to run much longer than the severe storm risk. The severe storm risk is up until midnight. The flood risk is until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Okay.
So if you live in those flood-prone areas, have some way to get an alert so you can wake up in case there's some flash flooding. Because we don't want a Waverly again.
No.
That happened several years ago, man. It was terrible.
No, we don't
Those
want
poor people in the middle of the night.
Yeah, whoever's doing the rain dance needs to stop.
Yes, sir.
Well, we need the rain. We don't need the rain to sit here.
Yeah, we just don't need the flash flood.
We need it to come. Nice little rain rolls on through while we're all sleeping in our beds, dreaming about Monday. And then we need it to roll right on through. And we need to fill up everything, make sure that our water is sitting high. We're not worried about a drought. The ground isn't oversaturated, but it's got enough. We need that. We don't need, hey, I've decided to sit here and just drop everything on you.
That's weird. The floor sure was wet on the way to the bathroom.
No, that's not good. That might be a different kind of rain.
Man, yeah.
So, just feels like 104 in Birch, Lawrence. Woo. Currently in Dixon, it is feels like 108.
Yeah. But I tell you what, I just go back to January. I know heat and humidity suck, but man, I'll take it any day over what we got in January.
Well, what you're telling me, Ken, is you're not Nashville strong.
I'm not. That's right.
What I hear is not Nashville strong.
That's right.
I'm down with the blizzard, man. Think about it. No ticks, no worms.
Well, there isn't that. I mean, if you got to think about it, there wasn't like you didn't go outside and go, these mosquitoes are crazy. Because if mosquitoes are zipping around outside in the middle of winter, we got a lot of problems coming in the summer.
I'm down with the blizzard as long as I don't have to go to work the next day and my power's going to stay on.
Unless it's a Monday.
Unless it's a Monday. Now, if it's a Monday, I'm not going to like the blizzard if it gets in the way of my practice on Sunday.
So, yeah. Well, you do like your practice. I know that. People are saying, we're good on rain. You know what's funny? What I found out? We get more rain than Seattle.
Really?
We get more rain than Seattle.
Well,
is that weird? So the difference with this, though, is we have sunshine. Seattle gets it, but they get a lot more because of the ocean being right there. They get a lot more overcast just all the time.
Right. From what I understand, there's a couple of months out of the year where Seattle is just absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. So one of my good friends, I do bulwark here, Zach, he lives in Seattle, living a really nice life, lives right there on the ocean. He's got himself a dock, which is really hard to get because apparently you're not allowed to have a dock anymore there. So he bought the house for the dock, honestly.
And now he can't have it.
Well, no, he can, but he could, if he bought the house next door, it doesn't have a dock, couldn't have a dock because that's how weird they are. But he said this time of year, it is gorgeous. And then September 1st shows up, and it's and then by October 1st, you go inside and come out just to watch the Seahawks games.
Yeah.
So
pretty gray.
Yeah, that's what it is, pretty gray. Where we have, look outside right now. Sunshine, a little bit
sunny.
Yeah, it's all right. And I know later on we're going to get some clouds, and I know later on we're going to have some rain, and I know later on there's going to be a chance of some nastiness. But I know tomorrow it's going to be sunny, where in other places it just stays that fog. Ooh, it's just crazy. You ever lived in a place like that where it was just all... I always thought it was going to be like that in England, and it wasn't, because you get a whole day of stuff.
Yeah.
But I was up in northern California for a while, and like the kind of thing you would see in, the Goonies.
Yeah.
There were days, no chance. I mean, it's June, and it's like 52 degrees outside as your high, and it's just, there's no way the sun burns through anything. And it was always like that. I was like, I can't live here. This is depressing.
Do they get mosquitoes in England?
Yeah. I mean, not like we have here. I mean, it's not, mosquitoes are everywhere. I hate to tell the world. Except for Antarctica.
Except they're just not the size of robins like they are here.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what the hammerworm and mosquito, I wonder if we put them together, what that'd be like.
That would be interesting.
Would they create some weird virus that would destroy the world?
Be like a hammerhead mosquito.
That's right.
You have to move up to lasers at that point.
Dude, you're always trying to burn crap down, man.
It's effective.
It is. It is. Speaking of all of that stuff, Taylor Farms, what do we know?
Let's see.
We're still not eating? I just want to make sure that
Yeah, all the lettuce recalls are still on.
Oh, man, I was going to go right back to salads tonight.
And let's see here. I'm going to have to find that story. Taylor Farms' response here to the explosive diarrhea parasitic outbreak. Taylor Farms has now voluntarily recalled nearly 36 of its iceberg lettuce products in 27 states, saying overnight they are no longer sourcing iceberg lettuce grown in central Mexico for the remainder of the growing season.
Woo!
And it says it has experts on site investigating all potential sources of contamination. But there's also a Walmart brand that's involved too. This recall includes...
it's not good. It's not our...
It's not great value.
Yeah.
It includes market-side brand lettuce sold at Walmart.
Okay.
Which says it took immediate steps to remove those products from their shelves. Jack in the Box and Taco Bell say they have removed all affected lettuce. Cisco and U.S. Foods, which distribute food to schools and hospitals, they have stopped deliveries too. Well,
if
kids
you're
are going to be
get
going
it
back
in
to
the
school here
hospital,
in just a
would
little
be
bit.
the best. Would be the best place to get it would be in the hospital.
I guess we're going to have to bring back food tasters.
No, don't. You don't have to worry anything to worry about that. We're good. We're just, you know what? As we continue to tell you here, follow our diet plan, which is
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise saves the world. And on top of mayonnaise, throw a donut in there every once in a while. Feel
There
free to
you
knock
go.
yourself out. Somebody said, Chad, stop acting upset as if this diet doesn't include peanut butter and steak. Oh, you get a little crazy there with the steak. But the peanut butter, you know what I had for dinner last night?
What's that?
Salad. I'm lying. I had macaroni and cheese. Kraft.
You got brave.
I had Kraft macaroni
You
and
just
cheese.
went out and got a bunch of bagged salads.
I'm just throwing it all to the wind. I don't even care. Oh, Lord. So be careful out there. The rain's going to come. We're looking about, 8-ish tonight around, in and around Davidson?
Maybe. I mean, the window is 6 to midnight.
Yeah.
And right now, checking radar. Let's see. I like that Channel 2 radar they've got. I'm not seeing any pop-up storms right now in, just a very small ones in northeast Tennessee and one very small one there just west of Clarksville in southern Kentucky. So it hasn't started yet. Now, there is the line that we're concerned about is active. It's from Columbus back to Cincinnati, Louisville, all the way back to Evansville, Indiana. And it's angry red. So it is dumping some heavy rain up there in Ohio and northern Kentucky and southern Indiana.
Oh. So
I wonder if any of that's severe. I can run a check.
yeah, run a check because that might be good to know because, I mean, as you've said, we're not looking for we may get some rain, maybe nasty. We may get some potential for flooding. Hopefully there's no spinny stuff, though. We don't want any of that. We don't want any kind of, tornadoes.
No, we do not.
That's the nightmare.
Nothing severe in Ohio right now. Let's check Louisville. Severe thunderstorm warning right now. We've got severe thunderstorm warning for central Kentucky.
Okay.
So central Kentucky, parts of central Kentucky under a severe thunderstorm warning. This thing's packing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which is enough to damage roofs, siding, and trees. It's moving southeast at 40 miles per hour.
There you guys go. So
Louisville, right there in it.
Be prepared. Could be, if it gets nasty out there and you don't have to be somewhere, it's a great way to use an excuse of, the weather's not good. I don't feel like going. We got all kinds of great ways for you guys to avoid doing stuff here. That's what Ken and I, that is what we do.
We master at doing nothing.
We do. I sent you that lady. My favorite things to do are nothing and stay home.
Yes. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm like, she wins. She wins the day. We got a little hot take coming up here, a bunch of other stuff as well. Also, talk a little bit more about, I love the AI ads. I saw them talking about that today, but those AI ads are hilarious. Between, Van Hillary and Garrett? Both of them are just, they're not even good.
Dude, those ads are cracking me up.
All of these ads are cracking me up. And by the way, I don't know, like all of the ads nationwide sound almost the exact same.
Oh, yeah.
They do. Because my buddy Jim, who listens to us, he watches us on the YouTube, but he and I do something. He does a lot of midterm stuff for me across the country. He goes, all these ads are the same. Like they're either Trump, 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 or I hate Trump, 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 Trump. It's never what I'm going to do for you. And you're like, it's one place that must produce them all. It's crazy. Coming up, we'll talk a bit about that, a little hot take as well. And, speaking of hot takes, Jasmine Crockett, if you thought you'd heard it all, wait till you hear this. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Incogni, Incogni. These are the people that are going to go in and get your data and make sure it's secure. And by data, we mean everything. Everything. Your phone number, your kid's phone number, your medication, the doctors. I mean, the amount of stuff that they get is insane. And guess who gets it? Whoever wants it. Scammers, other countries. All they have to do is pay for it. It is that simple. They make sure, Incogni, that data stays put, which is nowhere, and only you have it. That's what I love about Incogni. So far, over 300 and I think when I last checked, like 34 or something like that. 434, somewhere around there. Data brokers had to remove my name and all my information from their list. Let that be for you as well. Protect yourself, protect your data. Information is king. You need to control your own data. Incogni is going to help you with that. Go to incogni.com/Benson today. That's INCOGNI.com/Benson. For as little as $7 a month, you can protect your info. It is important that you do that. Incogni.com/Benson.
All right, drivers, we've got a disabled vehicle that is blocking the northbound left lane on the North Loop. That's the northbound left lane on the North Loop. Got a disabled vehicle there blocking that lane. Forecasters say dangerous heat continues today. We could see severe weather in Middle Tennessee tonight, and Nashville drivers are feeling the stress. Doctors down under say it's a miracle. All these stories and more at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Sorry about that. Monty there just texted me. Monty Fritz said, "Hey, Chad, can I come on?" You know you can, brother.
Absolutely.
Come on Thursday. We're having a good time. It's a party in here. Don't mind Ryan. He wants to burn things down, but that's just a weird thing. It's a quirk of his. We're not quite sure what that
weight
is.
or comfort to the enemy, man.
Well, let me just tell you something about Ryan, guys. When you hear people starting to play with matches and wanting to kill animals like that, you start thinking to yourself, serial killer.
Hot take, hot take, hot take Tuesday.
Hot take. We're going to start with me. Kids, as much as I enjoy what you smell like when it comes to the fragrance that you purchased, one dab is enough. If you leave the room and several hours later people can smell you, right? That's not good. There's a difference between It smells good, and it's got a nice aroma, and it's light, and it's pungent, and it burns the nose hairs like Sex Panther does. Let's just spray, delay, sachet, and we move on. That's all I'm saying. If you have to put that much on, either you have no idea what you're doing or you're gross.
Or you need to switch to some bar soap.
So true. Those body spray, yes, body spray. Anything that is aroma that is coming from your body because you need to smell yourself up. If you put too much on, it is overpowering to all of us. Continue, Ken. What do you got for us?
All right. Middle-aged men who flirt with waitresses are pathetic. Dude, she also smiled at table 7.
She did?
And the only reason she hasn't walked away is because she is working. If she doesn't like it, leave her alone.
That's it.
I'm the father of a daughter in the service industry, and she tells me about it, and it infuriates me.
Guys, here's when they're flirting with you, okay? You're 47. You rolled up in a Ferrari, okay? And you are hanging out with your buddies, and she is struggling in life, and you're kind to her, and she realizes, maybe, just maybe, I could learn to love the guy that got out of the Ferrari. Maybe I can. That's when they're flirting with you. And they're really flirting with your bank account.
Exactly.
Otherwise, stop it. Knock it off. Yeah. All right, weirdo, what you got for us?
I got a literal hot take.
All right.
Don't let anybody tell you that you don't deserve the finest propane to deal with your problems.
What? What was that?
Only the finest grade of propane to deal with your problems.
Oh, jeez. We're going to get that call from the FBI. Do you know this guy? Oh, yeah, we know him. He's weird. We identified him as weird early in the game.
Brother Ryan's going to take care of those hammerhead worms.
He's going to take care of something. Might take care of your neighbor for the right price.
I'm just trying to survive in your presence, bro.
Oh, that is funny. Chad, advocating for responsible cologne use is not a hot take. It is. If you have to do it.
Advocating for responsible cologne
Can I agree
use?
flirting with waitresses is gross? It's not gross. It's just there's a way to do it. There's a way to be charming.
Yeah.
People who know how to flirt right are charming. People who don't are stalkers.
Yes. Especially drunk ones.
Oh, they're the worst kind of people. Oh, God, that's just... And that's why I always feel bad when we were out... Because we were out golfing, Jack and I and Matt and everybody a couple weeks ago, and just some of the guys, you could tell that, it's like their wives let them out of the house and they're hitting on the 21-year-old girl who's the cart girl like they've got a chance.
Right.
Like, even if you were single, bro, you got no game.
Right.
Maybe they got a bet going.
They got no game. No bet is going to change that game. I can guarantee that.
And it's probably a bet they're going to lose.
Totally. It's they're the kind of cats that if their wife said, "Oh yeah, you get a freebie," it ain't happening. You know what I'm talking about, guys. You know.
That's why they gave him the freebie.
That's it. Speaking of that, coming up, wait till you hear what Jasmine Crockett said. Just when you thought she can't get weirder, she can't get worse. Oh, it'd be what it be like, and this one be like crazy. Talk about that among other things. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
2:30 on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Forecasters say dangerous heat's going to continue through tonight. We could see a heat index of 110 here in Nashville. We've already heard from some listeners where it's, 114 up in Madison, 108 in Dixon feels like temperatures. Now, after that, we're going to get some storms tonight, and there is at least a level 2 out of 5 risk. They go severe for everyone north of Murfreesboro. Level 1 out of 5 risk for everybody in Murfreesboro and below. Can't rule out tornadoes, but the potential for tornadoes, we're told, is very, very low. The window is going to be 6 o'clock to midnight tonight, but then you can't rule out flash flooding. The flood risk is going to be from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. And if you're headed to the Gulf Coast, Ginger Z says Tropical Storm Bertha is expected to make landfall as early as tomorrow.
It has formed. Max sustained winds 50 miles per hour should hug the coast. It's moving really slowly, so we may see more like a Thursday morning landfall. But either way, the impacts are what you need to know about. Tropical storm warnings from Mobile through coastal Mississippi into southeastern Louisiana. 2 to 4 feet of storm surge is the top end.
Yeah, they're already sandbagging in New Orleans. Bertha not expected to have any impact on Middle Tennessee. Nashville drivers feeling the stress with a new survey ranking Music City as the second most stressful place to drive in the nation. Fox 17 says at the same time, TDOT's launching a long-range study of Nashville's inner loop to explore future transportation improvements. Officials say the study will focus on congestion, safety, freight movement, transit options around downtown. Public feedback being accepted through August 11th, with potential solutions expected to be presented later this fall. And doctors down under say it's a miracle, and the odds of it being repeated are 1 in 15 million. ABC's Sherry Preston with more on what it is.
A 34-year-old woman from Australia delivering 4 identical quadruplet girls. Their doctor is Alexa Bendal.
One fertilised egg that then splits not once, not twice, but 3 times into 4 different babies who then share a placenta that is just incredible.
The girls are named Emily, Harriet, Catherine, and Alexa, named for the doctor who took care of their mom during pregnancy.
It's just such a lovely present.
The babies were conceived without the help of fertility treatments. Even more unusual, says the doctor. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Middle Tennessee, everybody out there listening, Busy Bee needs your help. They are filling up backpacks. They're getting kids ready for school, especially kids who need help. They're kicking off the backpack school draft's going on right now. You drop by anything, paper, pencils, pens, anything, backpacks. Kids need it for school. You can do it at their office, Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, Air Conditioning, 40 Burton Hills Drive, Suite 200. Okay? When you do that, you're going to get a $50 coupon off for any service through them. It's that simple. Now, the drop-off is at the shop, or it's through the first weekend, the 1st and 2nd of August, Saturday and Sunday, both days, 10 a.m. to noon at Mount Juliet Chamber of Commerce. The bee buggy's going to be there. They're going to collect all the stuff. It's just a great thing that they do. And yes, if you need plumbing, if you need heating, if you need anything, Busy Bee's got you covered. You can drop this stuff off or call them at 615-775-7833, 615-775-7833, or visit them online at busybehvac.com today. Some of you out there replying, first of all, to your favorite bad cologne. Brute. Brute got a lot. Brute got a lot of love out there, as did the amazing Old Spice.
Now, Brute came in the little green, dark green bottle with like a gold band, right?
Yeah.
That was made by the same people that made Jägermeister.
Oh, Brute was Brute. I mean, I remember that. It was like just the worst. Cologne. Yeah. So it was. Remember, it had the long head, and then the glass one had the thing that looked like a belt.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of. By the way, if you'd like to get some Brute, you get it at Target for $5.99. I can't believe that. What's Johnny Depp sleeping?
Sauvage.
It's Sauvage, right? Cologne, Sauvage. What's that cost, you think?
Probably an arm and a leg.
$115. Sauvage. Oh, my Lord.
He's out there in the desert wrestling a wolf.
Gotta have that. Gecko runs by him. It's the little British gecko. What are you doing out here, mate? You shouldn't be out here. I thought you was a movie star. Oh, I didn't know you weren't. It's crazy right there. So, sometimes in life, Aqua Velva.
Aqua Velva. I got some right here.
That's right. Do you do?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Aqua
it's
Velva.
it's Aqua Velva Ice Sport. Aqua Velva.
What's that for?
And it's a former anchor reporter who worked here, one of the best storytellers I've ever run across in my career, by the name of Mr. Jerry Minshew.
And he was an Aqua Velva man.
Dude wore a suit and tie to work every day.
Like us.
And he made sure that in case he needed it, he had a little bottle of Smell Good.
He was like a Diet Cronkite.
Yeah. And it's Aqua Velvet. It's Ice Sport. Cooling aftershave.
Ooh, Aqua Velva. High Karate is just awesome. But Aqua Velva, does it smell good?
Oh, yes. You better believe it. Smelling it right now. I might put a little bit on right now.
Patchouli. You know who wears patchouli? Hippie chicks.
Yeah. Dope smokers.
Matt. Just kidding. Somebody said, when you were talking about the flirting, that was Matt doing that with the cart girls? I said, no, Matt wasn't, but we were all very charming to if you ever want to know how old you are, pick up a baseball bat, because there was a hole where they told us we can swing the ball, we can swing and hit the golf ball, and wherever it lands, we can hit from there. We are 4 grown-ass men who haven't swung a bat since we were 6. That didn't go well. We took mine, which happened to go 20 feet to the side where the other tee box was. And the guys in front of us, one of them's like, I quit. After we're like, strike 1, strike 4, strike 8, strike 12, strike 16. He kept missing. He's like, I give up. If you ever want to learn about that. Oh, High Karate, Stetson. I love that. English Leather. I don't remember that.
English Leather, yeah.
No, I don't remember that one.
Oh, yeah. Had a wooden top.
Jade East. I don't remember that. Curve, I remember that. It's more of a 90s one. And, of course, Drakkar Noir.
Yes, sir.
You can't live if you're not wearing Drakkar Noir.
Adidas.
Oh, Adidas. Yeah. Yeah, because you know what? Who makes the best cologne? People who do sports. Speaking of sports, you guys ready to hear the most insane thing ever? She be what she be.
The World Cup that captured the imaginations of the entire world when they saw all of these people of color that was playing for all these teams. And ultimately, if you recall, the last 2 teams, it was Argentina and Spain. And it seemed like the vast majority of the world was rooting for Argentina, or actually against Argentina, right? And why was that? Just give me an explanation if you could guess. If you'll just let them finish the answer.
Spain had the best team. Maybe that's why they were rooting for them.
There's also a racist history that exists as it relates
Mr.
to
Byer,
Argentina.
you're recognized.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I just want to go over this again.
She had to throw that in.
The reason that people were rooting for Spain, again, I'm trying to figure this out. What's the racist history? Spain has black players.
Yeah.
Including the best young player on the planet, Lamine Yamal. Argentina does it. You want to know what both of these are? They're not Disney movies. This isn't Christopher Nolan. He didn't direct this. And say, you know what we really need? We need a couple black trans midgets playing goalie. That would go over well here. Would help everybody out. Huh?
Lesbian midgets. Hello.
Trans lesbian midgets that are also handy capable. How did you even get to, the thought? This is why Democrats, this is why. But you know what? Her people vote for her, and that's the issue.
Yep.
When you do crazy things and people continue to vote for you, why would you stop?
Are you saying she's their Marsha Blackburn?
Oh, she's something.
Dude, she's going to be one of the octogenarians.
Yes. Oh, she's never leaving politics.
She will constantly be there.
She is never leaving politics. There's no doubt about that. Because why should she? I mean, she'd probably make more money doing a podcast because the stuff she says is insane, and I'd like to see her unfiltered.
It's so insane, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
She got a career on The View coming up.
She's bigger than The View.
I think she thinks The View is racist.
Probably, because there's not enough black people on there.
She'll have to come up with the Vista.
Or women. Not enough women on The View.
Right.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, you're doing what? Like the last World Cup, front page of the New York Times. Why aren't there black players playing for Argentina? And the first comment was, because we're a country, not a Disney movie. This is, what are we doing? And you're talking about, I go look at the Spanish players. Are some of them white? Yeah, they're whitish. But then there's other players that aren't as white as I guess you'd think they are. And the Argentinian players, well, why were they rooting for them? You're so confused about who to be angry at. You weren't sure but forgetting that Lamine Yamal, the young superstar, is not a white kid, Spanish. He's a poor kid that grew up to be the best in the world by the time he was 16 at what he does. And it's just amazing. Now, if you want to talk about what a bunch of a-holes Argentina was after the game, absolutely. Absolutely. Just insane.
Yeah, that's bad sportsmanship.
That was. And they're going to pay, some of them are going to pay the price.
Oh, really? They're going to get fined?
No, I think some of them are going to be suspended in the upcoming internationals and maybe even for their club team. Because there is a couple of them that, if that's on the street, that's assault.
Yes.
Paredes in particular was throwing blows. So, but he only hit the black player. No, it was him hitting. No, wait, we don't know.
So it's not like hockey where that kind of stuff is tolerated.
No, and the other thing is, it was after the game. The game was over. And they were done. They were shaking hands. There's families down there. Everybody's celebrating.
Yeah,
and on top of that, while they're getting their medals, so Argentina walks up. They do a line of honor, and they get clapped in as they walk by. Spain's got the line of honor. They're clapping. They walk through it. They get their medals. They don't do that for Spain. They turn their backs on them. They don't do any of those things, including Messi. And I expect better. I know you're hurt, but come on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So it was just so crazy. I mean, I get it. You're hurt. You're upset. All right. We get it.
Spain was just better, dude.
They were better than everybody. They gave up a goal. The best meme I've seen over the last couple of days, you know what it is? It's the Spain goalie where he's warming up and he's getting ready, and then then it goes and he's standing there, then he's knitting, then he's at the grocery store because he doesn't have to worry about anybody coming at his goal. I could have played goalie for Spain. It was that easy. You get no shots. It works, huh?
Speaking of memes, have you seen this Holland guy?
Yeah, Erling Haaland.
Oh, is he the Viking?
They remixed that Moscow song to him.
Yeah, he's the Viking. He's as Viking as it gets.
Yeah, he is, man.
He is all the things that is Viking. 6'4", long, crazy hair. Looks like he stepped straight off a fjord.
Yeah.
If you put him and Greta Thunberg together, there's a family resemblance.
Yeah. Well, it's you know what? They got a lot of beauty there, but Greta, she's a special one. She is a special one. All that being said, just crazy, the insanity that you see and stuff like this. A lot of you are chiming in about all the AI ads that are out there, and they are ridiculous. Okay, let's just so we've got this one here.
Van Hillary is always on the move. Elected to Congress 30 years ago, Hillary sided with Bill and the other Hillary on hundreds of votes, opened our borders, and put illegals over Americans.
Okay, that's that one. Now you've got and it's not just that. Like, so at least they got a voiceover guy. The rest of it just looks totally cheese.
Crushing the woke left. Not Johnny Garrett. Garrett donated to the Democrat Party to elect Nancy Pelosi Speaker. Garrett's DEI law firm, an LGBTQ group, promoting book clubs on systemic racism. Donating to Kamala Harris. Woke Johnny missed votes to crack down on illegal immigration. Banning DEI. Backing law enforcement.
First of all, I don't know if any of that is true. Secondly, and that's the thing with and remember, this year they passed a bill that if any ad has AI in it, you have to, especially any of the political ads, you have to put AI was used to generate this. The problem is, including everybody votes on it, right? Except for the fact they say, well, hold on a second. That's only if it's for state offices. This is a federal office, so we don't have to follow the same rules.
Fed time.
Fed time, exactly. And by the way, speaking of Fed time, and I'm going to go over it more. I didn't want to, bring it up. I know that there's some stuff going on out there, but looking at Marsha Blackburn and, the guy that kind of runs everything around her, a lot of stuff coming out that he was pushing some of those young kids. If you guys don't know, when we went over to Marsha's place, it was several months ago, we thought she was going to tell us, Matt and Dan and all of us, that she was going to tell us that, hey, I'm running. But she didn't. She just wanted to say hi to us. There was nobody outside of Marsha and us that was over 23 there. They were all kids, fresh out of college, 22, 23, maybe a 24. They looked like they were wearing their dad's suit. And the thought is, and what they're saying, there's messages and stuff out there that they're pushing them to do stuff on Fed time, on taxpayer time, which is not good. I don't know if it's true or not. Lots of investigation. A few places have brought it up, and we'll see. Maybe that's why Fed time is serious. It's a great excuse for her not to have to talk to anybody. I can't because of Fed time.
It's federal time.
Federal. Will it always be? If she is talking, so let's say she's governor. Let's say she wins. And she's going, hey, you know what? I've got to talk to D.C. I got to talk to Ted Cruz about some tech stuff that could affect us. Would that also be considered Fed time?
Maybe she's got a little chess timer where she chooses which one she's going to be on.
We don't know. When she got one of those hourglasses, she tips over. So we'll see. There's a lot going on here, kids, no doubt. Coming up, Matt is here. We're going to wrap it up on this beautiful Tuesday. Remember, One Hit Wonder Wednesday tomorrow. Who won last weekend?
I did.
You did. So can win again?
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. Will I win? Will Ryan win? We're going to find out. So if you got any of those awesome songs that you think might work for us, remember, tomorrow's One Hit Wonder Wednesday. We'll wrap it up straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Relief Factor is awesome. I take it every single day. The more I work out, the more I know that I need to get Relief Factor and take it, because I know that I'm pushing my body a little bit more than I was when I was younger. So I'm trying to get a little bit fitter, and inflammation. Number one cause of aches and pains in your joints and muscles, inflammation. That's why I take Relief Factor. Third-party tested for purity and potency. It works from the inside out. Okay, so it attacks the area where inflammation is, which is incredible. And it doesn't mask the pain. That's why I love Relief Factor. So what I want you to do, 3-week quick start, just $17.76. Put them to the test. They're losing money on this, but they know that you're going to like it. And if you've got aches and pains, and those aches and pains continue to grow, especially as we get a little longer in the tooth, you watch what happens when you take Relief Factor. Get your 3-week quick start now by going to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com, or call 800-4RELIEF, 800-4RELIEF for Relief Factor. Oh, yeah, we've been talking about how bad our roads are here all day, actually. Matt joins the program.
Hi.
And second most stressful city in America to drive in, Nashville.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Number one is Atlanta.
I've driven there.
Yeah, but you were saying on the way in, they're weed eating.
I have a difficult time believing Nashville's more stressful than Dallas.
You know what? Dallas is stressful because it's busy, but it's put together in a better way.
Not as much weaving in and out.
Yeah.
But you do have to hit the ramp at 75 in order to safely get on the interstate.
I mean, no, Nashville's all about learning what side of the road you need to be on when you need to be on that side of the road. And sadly, nobody else knows what side of the road they need to be on. And so they're merging in front of you. And And it's all of that cross traffic merging. But yes, so Ken Weaver, here's a traffic report for you.
Yes, sir.
They're weed eating the interstate on I-65 northbound.
Goodness.
That's right. The middle of the day, Ken, as you've talked about, Ken, the best time to weed eat is in the middle of the day during swamp ass.
Especially during swamp ass.
Yeah, so they have the ensign lane blocked on I guess it started about mile marker 76 going into town. So they have the left lane blocked, and and obviously I feel bad. I feel bad for these guys because what are you doing to these people?
Yeah.
Let them do it at 8:00 at night.
Yes.
Why in the hell are you asking them to do this at 3:00 in the afternoon? It is brutally hot outside.
So that's why I'm seeing all the red and yellow there.
Yes, because they're weed eating the interstate
at the best time.
Which that's all good. It's nice. I understand you got to get those weeds off the off the little median barrier. Sure. I mean, I understand it.
Sure.
Yeah, fair.
Can you get the bumper?
I was weed eating earlier today, and I had a case of the proverbial swamp ass. It is hot. It is hotter than two squirrels screwing in a wool sock, boys.
It is. It's one of those days where you go outside and you say, you know what's best done today? Nothing except stuff on the inside.
Yeah. I was owning it though. I was just drenched when I was done.
Yeah.
Spent about 2 hours outside. Just like,
well, if you need to make weight for a fight, you're going to do it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's how you get it done. That's how you get it done.
What are you talking about today? What exciting things?
We had John Rose on yesterday. We got Monty Fritz on today. It's our in-studio sit-downs with these two candidates. Obviously, Marcia is invited. I don't know if Marcia is going to make an appearance, but she's certainly invited. As I said yesterday during the John Rose interview, John was characterizing Marcia in a particular way, and I was like, I'm certain that Marcia would take exception with the way that you're doing this, and I'm certain she will when she comes on the show. Which I don't think she's going to.
Well, she's too busy talking to Tennesseans.
Oh, yeah, she's talking every day.
Every day to Tennesseans, nonstop.
You can find her at any time. I mean, you just check your local elevator. She'll be there.
She'll be there. So we got Monty on. I know Monty just texted me a while ago. I think he's going to come on later on this week or next week, and we'll have our sit down.
Monty's a good guy. We're going to talk to him about what his opportunities are for the state of Tennessee. And John Henry's coming on the 5 o'clock hour. He's running in District 6. So there you go.
There you go. Party is on with Matt. You guys have a good one. We'll do it again tomorrow.